Good evening and welcome to McAllen ISD. This game is being conducted according to the rules and regulations of University Interscholastic League.
Regardless of the outcome of this game, all the players have proven their willingness to work and sacrifice in order to achieve athletic excellence.
We ask that, as a spectator, you consider the time and effort each of these teams, coaches, and athletes have put forth.
The officials for this event have been mutually agreed upon by school officials from both schools. Their role is not unlike those of players, coaches, teachers, and administrators.
Without them, this event would not be possible. Their knowledge and application of the rules are a result of annual testing, years of study, and continual participation in clinics that further refine their understanding of the game.
We ask you, as students, parents, and citizens, to demonstrate the kind of respect for these officials you would extend to any dedicated person in a position of responsibility.
This means that you as a fan
Should not criticize the players on either team.
Should not boo the officials.
Shall not have alcohol beverages on public school grounds. This is a violation of state law.
Should be courteous to the visiting fans.
Should cheer for your team.
And should show respect for injured players on both teams.
Thank you for your attendance and enjoy the game.
Enjoy the game.
enjoy the game.
Hello everyone. On behalf of our school board and our McAllen ISD families, I want to welcome all of you to McAllen Veterans Memorial Stadium. Thank you for supporting our sporting events in our public schools. Your energy and your passion is what drives our student athletes to excel on the field. Enjoy the game and best of luck to both teams. Thank you.
And welcome to another edition of Football Night in McAllen ISD. The sun is setting, but a couple of teams are on the rise who collide tonight. It's the Mackay Bulldogs and the Edinburg Vela SaberCats, a District 16 5A Division I matchup here in the city of Palms. I'm Mark May along with Mario Reyna. And Mario, I've got a couple of Class 5A heavyweights here going up against each other tonight, both 3-1 records. And how do you see the outcome?
Well, it's an early season clash. Both teams are expected to try to make the playoffs, right? But in games like this, Mark, it's all about who's going to be the team that controls the ball. And that's going to be important, and you can only do that by avoiding penalties. And at the end of the day, there's stars on both sides, offense, defense. Which star is going to come out tonight making the big plays?
Well, you know, earlier this week we caught up with one of the Mackay Bulldogs, defensive end Cash Frisbee. And let's check this out, this short video we made with Cash Frisbee, and hear what he had to say.
My name is Cash Frisbee. I'm the defensive end for the McAllen Bulldogs. My responsibility is maintaining the edge and trying to stop the run. So my favorite part of the position is just whenever it's third and long, you know, just pinning my ears back and trying to go sack that quarterback. So I like that. My coach always says go 100% on every play, so I always try to do that. And if I need a substitution, I'll just tell them.
And putting on some pressure, it's blocked! That was Frisbee. It's going to be picked up at the 15 and run in for a touchdown. Touchdown, Bulldogs. It's Hayden Helgeson.
I always got to make sure I'm stretched, you know, warmed up. And then before games, you got to eat, you got to drink a lot of water, stay hydrated, and just mentally prepare yourself and lock in. After I graduate, I want to attend to college and just get a business degree and hopefully start my own business.
And nice young man there, Cash Frisbee. His twin brother, Fletcher Frisbee, plays with him in the defensive line. Let's take a look at our players to watch. How about number 1, George Falls? For Edinburg Vela, he's a wide receiver, leading the team with 21 receptions and an incredible 381 receiving yards, has 7 touchdowns this season. He'll be the top target for the SaberCats. Meanwhile, Mackay counter on their defense. Their leading tackler is the linebacker, Oliver Schwartz. Has the number 0 on his back because he likes to hold teams to that low score. He's also got a sack this year and plays very well in the middle, sort of the quarterback for the defense. And then taking a look at our starters here for tonight for the Mackay Bulldogs. So we're just moments away from kickoff right now. Looking at the offense first, it's going to be quarterback McCoy Woltoff, who comes in with 900 passing yards and 10 touchdown passes. Hunter Borley has 330 yards rushing. Cinco Jones with 10 receptions. Finn Henderson's the leading receiver at 19 receptions. Also Albert Aleman Jr. and Talant Garcia in there, another junior. Offensive line, it's a big one. Brian Pazan at right tackle. The left tackle, Adam Gonzalez. The guards are Corbin Guerrero and Matthew Guetta. And Guetta, a sophomore, by the way, but has played his way into the starting lineup. And the center is Captain Diego Villegas. Looking at the defense, a four-man front. We mentioned the twins, Cash and Fletcher Frisbee. How about Sam Heffley plays in between them, and then Mason Briones, the other defensive end. Two linebackers in their 4-2 lineup, Oliver Schwartz and Hayden Helgeson, who drew the start here this week. Defensive backs, they have 5 of them, including Aiden Ayala, Elijah Schwartz, who's the brother of Oliver, Riley Owsley's the rover, and then safety Pablo De La Rosa and corner Alex Corpus. And certainly the defense will have its hands full tonight going up against this Vela squad that's averaging over 36 points a game. And there, Mario, we have our officials for tonight.
And another top crew here officiating tonight, led by referee Eddie Ramos. We have Jaime Jimenez, Orlando Zamora, Jaime Serna, Danny Salas, Ray Espinosa, and Guillermo Infante.
And so it's going to be Edinburg Vela and Mackay. You can see the run through there for Vela there. We are Vela. And Vela, a school that opened only in 2012, but they've already got quite a storied tradition, been to the playoffs numerous times, including last year when they went 11-1 under their first-year coach last year, Ernie Alonso, who's back for his second year this year. And Alonso and the Mackay coach have something in common, don't they?
That's it. They're real good friends because Ernie Alonso was a defensive coordinator down here at McAllen for the Bulldogs under Coach Shelby. So that relationship, and remember, Coach Shelby was at Edinburg Vela. So they know some of these kids. They know the families, especially Ernie Alonso, because some of these sophomores that he coached are now seniors. So that's a friendly little rivalry between each other. They respect each other real highly, but it's going to be something to look at. Who's going to get the bragging rights? And of course, I think we were talking about it before the game that
the series record.
That Vela is 3-0 against Mackay, and they're pretty big scores. So Mackay has their cut. They have a lot of work to keep this game close.
Yeah, and something to prove a motivational factor here as well as they go up against the Vela Sabercats here in just a few moments. We're going to have the national anthem beforehand. We've got the color guard coming out onto the field. And there's our color guard. We've got the right guard in Sergeant First Class Jackie Jaime. The left guard is Cadet Staff Sergeant Michaela Jaime. And then carrying the U.S. flag is Cadet First Lieutenant Natalia Salcedo. Texas flag, Cadet Staff Sergeant Delilah Neary. And the Bulldog Battalion flag carried by Cadet First Lieutenant Ciamata Mendez. And we're going to have the national anthem now. It's going to be sung by Joaquin Caballero. It's a UIL State Solo Qualifier, member of the 2025 San Antonio Jossie Awards for Best Production of a Musical. He was in the musical Catch Me If You Can.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets to red collect, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home
very well done there by Joaquin Caballero, who was a UIL State solo qualifier last year as a junior, as back for his senior year, and did a wonderful job there with the national anthem as we see the color guard coming off the field. And we're just about ready to play here. The McAllen Bulldogs and the Robert Vela High Sabercats. Of course, Robert Vela, I'm sure a lot of fans recognize that name, a longtime coach in the Valley, coached at Ed Couch Elsa, and I guess most famously coached in Edinburg, where he was a graduate. And of course, he passed away, and they named the fourth high school after him back in 2012. There we see Coach Patrick Shelby in his 7th year as head coach of the Bulldogs, hoping to get them back on the playoff trail this year. The Bulldogs have won 3 straight after an opening loss to Los Fresnos. They beat PSJA Memorial, Ed Couch Elsa, and La Jolla Juarez Lincoln in their district opener. And that was a combined score of 130-30. Meanwhile, his counterpart on the Vela side is Ernie Alonso in his 2nd year. And he's 14-2 in 2 years. Went 11-1 last year. They did a 10-0 regular season, won a playoff game, then lost in area, and then are 3-1 this year. So 14 wins, only 2 losses for the Sabercats over the last 2 or 1+ seasons. So we see the Bulldogs running out onto the field. Bulldogs will be wearing the home purple tonight, the purple pants and jerseys with the gold numerals and gold helmets. And there we see the Sabercats wearing the white pants and white jerseys with the blue helmets and the blue numerals.
And you know, you can brag a little bit about it. The Sabercats, they lost 1 game last year. And guess who they lost to? Smith and Valley, who ended up being the state champs.
Yeah.
So, I mean, hey, it was not a close game, but at least you can say we played the state champions last year.
Yeah, Sabercats have had several teams go deep into the state playoffs in their relatively short history. So we're getting ready for the coin toss right now. For Edinburg Vela this year, they opened up with a near shutout over Edinburg North. They beat them 38-2, and then were upset by the Edinburg Bobcats in the week 2, 19-6 the score. And then they beat Harlingen's Cardinals 52-10. Last week beat Mission Eagles 49-3. So their last 2 games, they have scored over 100 points, 101 points scored and only 13 points allowed. So we see the captains there for McAllen High Bulldogs.
I was talking to Coach Alonso before the game, and he said, yeah, our offense, you know, I hope they don't struggle tonight. I said, come on, Coach. The last 2 games, you're averaging 50 points a game. So we had a little laugh about that. But coaches worry about everything.
They do. And I'm sure, yeah, both teams have reasons to feel confident of winning. Both teams have reason to feel cautious about possibly losing tonight. Both of them are playing, have a really good opponent, you could say.
And then we should have a matchup. Doesn't Vela, they have this kid, I think he's number 1 in the nation in interceptions. I think he has 8.
Yes, 8 interceptions. And that's number 6, a defensive back, Caden Hoover.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Has 8
Welcome
interceptions in just 4 games. A lot
Friday
of guys go
Night
2 or
Live.
3 years to
Your
get
call.
8.
And it'd be nice to see if
call is tails.
Aiden Henderson, the leading receiver for the Bulldogs at 19 catches, if they match up together, that would be a beautiful matchup to be watching all night long.
Referee turned his mic off. Now it's back on. So he's saying McAllen has declined to choose here in the first half, so they'll choose in the second half, most likely to receive. And so Vela has the choice now to receive or kick off for the first half. McAllen will defend the south goal.
The Bulldogs have won the toss and elected to defer to the second half. Vela will receive and defend the south goal. Gentlemen, shake hands and good luck.
All right. So we're started the first quarter. We're ready to start. McAllen will be kicking off. Edinburg Vela will be on offense first. And we're all set, ready to play. And what a lot of media have been calling their game of the week, this week. And we saw a lot of them. The local TV stations have reporters here, and a lot of other publications have photographers out there on the field to capture all the action. I'm sure there'll be plenty here tonight between the Bulldogs and the SaberCats.
This is why they play football, right, Mark? This is what it's all about. A lot of excitement, both cities, just having a blast. And you can see there's a lot of fans from Edinburg Vela here. And on the Mackay side, it's packed.
Yeah, and Vela scoring 36.3 points a game. Mackay's been holding opponents to 16 points a game, and even less in their last 3 outings, where they've given up no more than 10 points a game over their last 3 victories. So Mackay's been doing it with a combination of offense and defense. Offense are scoring 39.5 points a game, and Vela pretty stingy on defense, where they give up only 8.5. We're all set and ready to play here. This should be an exciting game. There we see Hoover. We were just talking about him standing on his goal line, ready to receive. It's the man with the 8 intercepts. We'll see how that affects Mackay's passing attack if they try to throw away from him or game plan around him. And here's Cash Caceres to kick it off. It's going to be high, a little short, coming up near the 15-yard line, and Vela wisely lets that go out of play, and that'll bring it out to the 35-yard line.
Right off the bat, first play of the game, a smart play by the Edinburg Vela.
Illegal kick out of bounds. Kicking team. Penalties 5 yards from the previous spot. Re-kick.
Oh, it's going to be a re-kick, which is one of the choices a team has. You can choose to take it on the field or choose to push the opponent back 5 yards and have them re-kick.
And that pretty much tells you that Coach Alonso, he liked to have an opportunity to let his athletes get a kickoff return.
And they receive back to receive, Tony Villalobos. Staying about his 10-yard line now, as Mackay is going to have to kick off from the 35 instead of the 40. So here we go. Here's Caceres. He's going to kick this one a little further than the last one. It'll be fielded about the 7-yard line, but returnable across the 20, 25, and hit at the 30. And
wow.
Just like a wrecking ball, the Mackay defense comes through there. So returner pops up and everything. Glad he's okay. But a big hit early on. Maybe that'll set the tone.
Blake Shelby, tight end, but also on special teams, saying this is a kind of football game that's going to be played tonight.
And this was Hoover on the return.
Out of nowhere.
Big hit. You can hear the groan from the crowd as they watch it up on the scoreboard. And here on the first play from scrimmage is a pass from quarterback Tyler Ruiz, who has split time with Gavin Castillo. We'll look to see Castillo in this game as well, but Ruiz's first pass is incomplete.
Tyler Ruiz came into the game, 43 completions out of 61 passes. Well defended right there by the Bulldog defense.
Edinburg Vela team with an excellent receiver core. Oh. That one nearly picked off.
Oh.
Could have been picked off, but unable to hang on was David Mercado. Had it skip off his hands.
And probably the only reason he didn't pick it off, Mark, is because he had no idea, no clue that ball was going to. It was like if he was the receiver, he just had no idea that was going to happen.
And now, in fairness, it looked like Cash Frisbee may have tipped that just a little bit, which may have affected the concentration of Mercado.
So this is where you want the SaberCats in the 3rd and 10 situation.
And here's Ruiz back to throw. Now being flushed out. Ball knocked out. That's a loose ball. Live football goes out of bounds at about the 15-yard line. Loss of yardage there for the SaberCats. And the Mackay defense setting the tone here early.
And you know, they probably heard all week how the SaberCats haven't had problems scoring in the last 2 weeks, over 100 points. Great pressure. And if that ball stays inbounds, there was no doubt about it. Not only did he put the pressure on that Cash Frisbee, he almost had that fumble recovery. Boy.
And this looks like into punt is their kicker, Robert Gonzalez. Gonzalez's first punt. Mackay signals fair catch, although the ball lands short. Takes a bit of a SaberCat bounce and will be killed at the SaberCat 49. So Mackay's going to have the ball inside SaberCat territory here on their first possession.
And this is the opportunities you want early in the game. Everywhere, I think the SaberCats were slight favorites, not by a lot. But in order for you to get that respect, you got to win a game against the SaberCats. So excellent opportunity for this potent McAllen Bulldog offense.
Yeah, good litmus test here for both teams tonight. Mackay 1st and 10, their own 49, or excuse me, the Vela 49. Here's play action by Wolthoff. Wolthoff going to throw this one into traffic, incomplete. And it was intended for Cinco Jones. A couple of defenders in the area, including Sergio Briones and also Jorge Ordanes.
And McCoy, Wolthoff had plenty of protection. Pretty nice pass. All you can do is give your receivers an opportunity. And most of the times, we've seen Cinco Jones, he usually catches that ball, and he knows it. But expect a big game from Cinco.
Yeah, Jones came in with 10 receptions for 100 yards, has one touchdown this year. He's going to be lined up at the bottom of your screen here on 2nd down and 10. See the Mackay cheerleaders under their coach, Cassandra Clemens. And here is this play's blown dead.
Timeout. Bulldogs.
Timeout, Mark.
Wow, timeout Bulldogs here early on. They take their first timeout just on the second play of the game for them. We're going to go ahead and take a break with them, and the score, 0-0 here in the first quarter. You're watching Football Night in McAllen ISD.
In South Texas, we know family is everything. That's why at South Texas Health System Clinics, we focus on providing exceptional care for generations of patients. Our family practices offer a wide range of services for every member of your family, from infants to seniors. Our experienced physicians take the time to listen and provide personalized care, ensuring the health and well-being of your family for years to come. At South Texas Health System Clinics, we're dedicated to keeping families healthy and happy. We are here for you every step of the way.
And we're back, 2nd and 10 here for the Bulldogs after the timeout. Wolthoff being chased, and this is picked off at midfield. Tried to lob it into traffic. Not sure if he was trying to throw it away, but picked off by the SaberCat defense. And that is O.J. Cano, one of their top linebackers, who gets the first turnover of the night.
And it all starts with the pressure that the defense put on Wolthoff. And he kind of rushed it a little bit. And that's what happens. That's the story of any game. How much pressure can you put on a quarterback? As you see Wolthoff rolling out, he had to rush it, and he pretty much just overthrew his receiver. So there's the first turnover of the game.
And we'll see what the SaberCats didn't do with this as they're in Bulldog territory at the 44. A handoff straight ahead. This is one of their trio of running backs, Tristan Cortinas. And Cortinas is strung out and going to lose some yards. So excellent job there by the Bulldog defense. Kind of tackling him en masse. Cortinas came in with 164 yards, the leading rusher on a team that runs the ball by committee.
Cortinas did a good job of keeping the play alive. It looked like he was going to be able to get some yards from the outside, but that defense for the Bulldogs was right there to put a stop.
Loss of a yard, 2nd and 11. A man goes in motion. That's Antonio Villalobos. And here's another running play here. And breaks a tackle and is out near the first down marker is Chris Caballero. Caballero came in with almost 150 yards rushing and might have enough for a first down.
Very close. Those are the type of downs you want to have. You want to be in all night, a 3rd and 1, 3rd and short. Usually when you have a 3rd and 1, you're going to get a first down. But the Bulldogs missed a couple of tackles on that play.
Yeah, it's going to be 3rd down and 1. The McAllen 35-yard line.
And now the Vela Sabercats, they didn't have all the 11 players on the field, so now they're calling a timeout. Maybe a little nerves here early on and start the game. Both teams calling timeouts.
Yeah, Vela uses their first timeout here. So each team has 2 remaining. This is kind of unusual. They're still in the first 2 minutes. The first 2 minutes of the game, we've had 2 timeouts called. So maybe both teams throwing wrinkles at each other that neither team saw on the video. Yeah, well-coached teams, and so they know to call timeout if they get into a troublesome situation rather than try to work their way through it. And here's the cheerleaders for McAllen. So here we go on 3rd down and 1. And it's a handoff straight ahead. That's Caballero. Carried the ball a moment ago and appears to have the first down. Picks up a couple there on 3rd down and 1, and that'll move the chains.
And it is a first down. There was not much to gain, and they get a first down.
Two Titans of the Valley clashing here tonight. Tight end left side, 1 man in the backfield. It's a play action. Hit a bubble screen over here on the right. And looks close to a first down there for the Sabercats. So they got off a quick pass to number 3, Christopher Gonzalez, a senior receiver.
And on that play, it looked like the Bulldog defense, somebody missed an assignment because the receiver was too wide open.
Yeah, 14 yards on this pickup. Tackle on the play by McAllen's Elijah Schwartz, safety. And here's a play, looks like it's blown dead. It's a handoff to Caballero.
That's a good thing it was blown dead because Cash Frisbee was ready to put on a tackle for a loss.
False start. Offense, number 77. 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Remains. First down.
So it'll be against the Sabercats, our first penalty of the game. Moves them back to the 24-yard line. It'll be 1st and 15. That's the replay there. So here's Ruiz out of the shotgun. And it's going to fake the handoff, throw this, and incomplete. Had a man open on the slant, it looked like. George Falls, that's their top receiver that we talked about in the pregame. It's only a junior, but has close to 400 yards. It's almost 100 yards a game he's averaging and receiving, 18.1 per catch.
The Bulldogs got lucky on that one, Mark, because they usually execute that play.
David Mercado on the coverage. And so 2nd down now here for the Sabercats. 2nd and 15. It's going to hand this one off. That's Caballero, breaks a tackle and fights his way up to the 16-yard line, a gain of 8. Going to bring up 3rd down. 3rd down and 7, I believe.
You can see why Caballero came into the game with the most carries. He is difficult to bring down. They had him, but he just kept on going and found some yardage. Be careful on this one. Keep an eye on George Falls.
Yeah, 3rd down and 7.
They do have other receivers that have caught some passes, but George is way ahead with 21 catches coming into this game.
Yeah, some excellent receivers on both teams here tonight. You can see a brace there worn on the left knee by Ruiz. Can affect his mobility a bit. We have a flag down, or maybe a timeout.
Another timeout.
Sabercats.
We're going to do the smile cam now here with 8:52 to play in the first quarter. The second timeout of the game already called by Vela. They have just one timeout left in the entire first half. Got the smile cam going right now. See the McAllen students. Looks like they must have had a Hawaiian luau kind of theme for their pep rally today. Usually tell by what kinds of attire the kids are wearing. You can see a lot of leis out there. Here's the band under the direction of Mr. Noel de la Cruz.
So Mark,
I think they've got the middle schoolers in there too, it looked like.
I think so, but Mark, when you have two timeouts this early, you know the coaches want to take that lead.
So 3rd down and 7. Ruiz is going to keep the ball, was trying to set up a screen maybe, has to throw it away, or at least was trying to get it over to his intended receiver, Gonzalez. But it ends up, McAllen had that one well read, because it looked like they were trying to set up maybe a middle screen.
And you can give credit to the Bulldog defender that put pressure on him, and that's number 50. He's the one that caused him to throw it quickly. Marco Palacios will not get credit for any tackle on that, but he should get credit for forcing a 4th down, and we'll have a 35-yard field goal.
Yep, 34. Low snap. There's the kick. It's up and away, and it is good. Good from 34 yards out, and the kick made by Robert Gonzalez, the kicker.
And he's perfect for the year, Mark. Extra points and field goals.
3-0 now our score. So after the interception by O.J. Cano, it sets up a 34-yard field goal, and the Vela Sabercats have the first lead at 3-0 with 8:41 to go here in the first quarter. So I think both teams can probably feel good about that. I mean, Vela was able to get a turnover and generate some points, but McAllen, on the other hand, kept him out of the end zone. We're going to take a look at a replay from a play earlier in the game. Back on Vela's first possession, we thought Frisbee 94 got a piece of that. It certainly looked like he did. Actually, it might have been 54 Fletcher Frisbee. Yeah, both of them, Fletcher, 94 and 54 are in there. '94, and looked like 54 may have been the one to actually get the touch, Fletcher Frisbee, and may have prevented an interception there. But no matter, just curious, and glad our director was able to show it to us one more time. And here's McAllen on the kick return out to the 25-yard line. And they'll start off from there, trailing 3-0 here, 8:34 to go in the first quarter.
And this possession is so important for Woltoff. He just threw an interception. Got to put it behind him and just come out and do what he's done all year, 58 out of 89 for almost 1,000 yards. So he's got to get himself with a couple of completions. He's got the receivers in Henderson and Jones and company. He should be okay.
Yeah, over 2 passing so far as he hands off to Hunter Morley, team's leading rusher, who picks up a yard to the 26. It's McAllen's first rushing play.
Morley came into this game with 37 carries for 331 yards and almost a 9-yard average per carry.
So a couple of Sabercats in there on the tackle. Looked like among them, number 94, Trey Rodriguez, their junior defensive lineman. Here's a rush coming on Woltoff. Now forced to scramble. Able to pick up a few yards there before he's tripped up by the defender, Mario Cavazos. It's the team's leading tackler.
Wow, you can see why he's a team leading tackler. It looked like Woltoff was getting ready to gain more yards, and Cavazos, he's got a lot of speed. There goes Woltoff. He had no choice but to run, and all of a sudden, Cavazos coming into the make the tackle. He's got 34 assists, 13 solo, 47 total tackles.
So a 3rd and 6 here for the Bulldogs. Shotgun formation. They've got Morley in the pistol. Talan Garcia was in motion. A throw over that way and towards Cinco Jones, who makes a diving catch at the 42-yard line, and that'll move the chains. A 13-yard pickup.
And in a 3rd down situation, that should play big for Woltoff. That's how you forget about the interception. He put it right on the money. And Cinco Jones, who earlier had an opportunity for a catch, this time he made sure that he caught it. Big 1st down for the Bulldogs.
There's C. Jones there. Here they have 3 receivers to the left side. They'll put a man in motion. It's Garcia once more. And now here comes the blitz. Woltoff gets rid of it quickly. And this is nearly caught, incomplete, but it looks like a flag down. This could be pass interference against the visitors. Finn Henderson, the intended receiver, came in with 19 catches for 374 yards. Just a tick under what George Falls had at 381.
2 great receivers here on the same field. And the big deal here, Mark, is that even though Finn Henderson would not be given credit for the catch, I think they should give him credit because the penalty caught him.
Pass interference. Defense, number 4. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic 1st down.
That's a 15-yard penalty. It's not a spot foul like it is in the pro football. We'll take another look at it here.
Very good call, Mark. Very good call. No doubt about it that the receiver, he was actually beat and he had no choice. And he said, forget it. If I don't do this, it could go for a touchdown. So it's the right thing to do when you're beat.
So another 1st down there for the Bulldogs. And here's Woltoff running it. Gets about 3 yards up to the Vela 40-yard line. You're now in Vela territory.
And only because of the athletic ability of McCoy Woltoff were the Bulldogs able to get a couple of positive yards to make it a 2nd and 8. Because he was going to be brought down for a loss.
Actually a gain of just 2, so it's going to be 2nd down and 8. Past the halfway point of the 1st quarter. 4-man defensive front for the SaberCats. All 4 of them are coming. Here's Woltoff, going to quarterback draw. And crosses the 40 to about the 39 and bring up 3rd down.
Another couple of yards gain right there, so that should make it like a 3rd and 5. The blocking on the right side.
Yeah, you're exactly right. 3rd and 5. Tackle on the play by Cano, the linebacker. It's his 2nd highest on the team with 35 tackles. Both of these teams like multiple offense, a lot of passing. 5 receivers in the pattern. Woltoff, believe that was blocked at the line. And SaberCats think it might have been a fumble, but the whistle blows.
Yes, the official
and I think an incomplete pass is the rule.
The official called it dead immediately. So it looks like the Bulldogs, where the ball is at, it's too far to punt. Too close to punt. There was a block of the ball. There's no way you can get a field goal out of this. And if you punt it, you might not get too many yards. So the Bulldogs, you're in that area where you got to go for it.
So 4th down and 5 now for the Bulldogs. They'll roll the dice here in Vela territory as Woltoff rolls out, and it's incomplete, and it's going to be a turnover on down. So it's trying to hit Cinco Jones coming back toward the ball. And it'll be Vela's football now near midfield.
And the roll, Woltoff rolled out to his left, which is not where the throwing motion is. And it makes it harder, especially when you have pressure by the defense. Just a little bit short. And good job by the Vela SaberCat defense.
Yeah, but I like the idea of Mackay going for it on a 4th down in Vela territory. I think, each team probably feels they're going to have to produce something a little extra to pull off a win here tonight. And there's Hoover, it looks like, on the first play. And Hoover plays offense and defense. He's known for his interceptions, but he's officially not listed at a position, simply listed on the roster as ATH, athlete.
Anytime you hear listed like that, you know you're pretty good because you have the ability to play on both sides of the ball.
Oh, here's another big play right up the middle. That's going to be a first down. And it looks like a run there by Caballero.
Caballero again showing off his good speed. He's quick, he's fast. Any opening, he's going to take advantage of it.
9 yards on that pickup. And here trying to run it to the outside. That's Hoover.
Was that a direct snap to Hoover?
Yes, I think so. The Wildcat.
He's leaving the game to go take a break.
Loss of 2, though. The new quarterback in there. And this pass may have been tipped and is intercepted by the Bulldogs. Running it back at the 30 and down near the 25-yard line. That's Alberto Aleman. Or Schwartz, rather. Oliver Schwartz.
Oliver Schwartz. And that's disciplined defense, Mark, because Oliver Schwartz,
don't bring in the ball if it's on that hash.
He didn't rush.
You're throwing him.
And when the pass came, good job of getting an interception.
It'll be at the Vela 27-yard line for Mackay. And see another look at it here, and I believe Pablo De La Rosa on a blitz tipped the ball, and it went into the hands of Schwartz. So my apologies. I thought it was number 10, but it was number 0. And Schwartz picks it off, his first intercept of the year. And for Mackay, that is their 3rd interception as a team. Here's Woltoff throwing this one deep, not quite on the same page there with Finn Henderson. They'll be 2nd down.
That's just a rare miss. I think Henderson kind of tripped maybe, but Schwartz came into this game with 48 total tackles, 31 assists, and 17 solo. Great stats, and now you can add an interception to his resume there on the defensive side.
Mackay passing just 1 for 6 right now. They're on a 2nd and 10. Both teams have 1 turnover. Vela was able to produce a field goal. See what Mackay can do. Swoltoff rolls out, and this one is picked off. 2nd interception of the game by the SaberCats, and that one well anticipated by Jorge Ordanes, the senior defensive back, and the SaberCats have it right back.
So the Bulldogs missed out on a golden opportunity. They had great field position, but that's what good teams do to you, Mark. The defense was right there. And we know the first interception turned into 3 points. We'll see what happens on this interception.
Yeah, 15-yard return all the way up to the Vela 42.
And Woltoff was under pressure, but this is a different kind of team that the Bulldogs have not played against. It puts a lot of pressure on you. That's why Woltoff is 1 for 7 already with 2 interceptions.
There's a man goes in motion. And here's a throw deep. Man is wide open and caught stepping out of bounds right there. Deep in Mackay territory is Tony Villalobos, junior receiver.
And it's all about the protection, the offensive line for the SaberCats. Unlike the Bulldog offensive line, they gave the SaberCats lots of time for the quarterback to roll out. Receiver wide open. Did a great job of catching the ball inbounds and then falling out of bounds.
You know, it's Ruiz who's back in there at quarterback after we saw Castillo for one play. 2:43, clock stopped here in the first quarter.
I think we had flag maybe? A late flag. Referee Eddie Ramos tucking it over. Here we go. What's going on, Eddie?
False start. Offense, 75. 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Remains. First down.
And that's one of the keys to the game we talked about, Mark. Avoiding penalties. You could tell Coach Ernie Alonso right there not happy. It could be because it took a little while. Usually when you get those false starts, you get them real quickly, but it took a little while to enforce.
So that'll push them back to the 37-yard line here. And here's a quick run up the middle by Caballero. Caballero came in with 150 yards rushing, one of 3 running backs to have over 100 yards rushing for the team this season.
Pretty much a big hole right up the middle between the center, left guard, and right guard.
Yeah,
Caballero
Schwartz
has a lot of speed.
Schwartz with the tackle along with Owsley. And here on 2nd and 6, going to run this to the right side. That's Cortinas. And he gets to about the 24.
The Vela Sabercats don't have one running back with a huge amount of yards, but they do have 2 or 3 running backs that they all get opportunities. And what helps you there down the line when you get into the 3rd and 4th quarter, they're not going to be tired.
3rd down and 3 here. Sabercats are 1 for 3. And a handoff, and
Nice.
this isn't going to get there.
Nice.
Great defensive play there by the Bulldogs.
Good read right there, Mark.
It was Cortinas they handed it to, and it looked like on the tackle, De La Rosa. Frisbee also there.
Is that number 33, Pettis?
You got Brian Pettis, their sophomore linebacker. So it's 4th down. They lost a yard. It looks like they'll go for it here. This is still
Timeout.
Ruiz at quarterback.
Timeout. Bulldogs.
Another timeout.
And now another timeout called by the Mackay Bulldogs. So each team now has just 1 timeout left. And it feels like this has been the longest quarter I think we've had all year. It feels like it's nearing halftime, but this is still the first quarter.
Been a long first quarter. Well, they're taking their timeouts already. Both teams have taken 2. And you would think they're taking them early here, Mark, because they really want to take advantage of this first quarter, try to score points, so they don't want to risk anything.
Yeah, they don't want to squander what they recognize as a good opportunity, getting down and close to scoring territory, just 5 yards outside the red zone.
Especially in tight games, Mark, what happens in the first quarter could determine what happens at the end of the game and the result.
Yeah, if you get an early lead, the other team is forced to maybe take a chance or 2 here and there, kind of cut corners, and that can backfire. Man goes in motion, that's Falls. Line up in the slot to the right side. Reminder, it's 4th and 4. Mackay might be offside. Here's the throw over the middle, and it's incomplete. But we'll see if there's a flag down. There is.
It's going to be an unfortunate penalty, Mark, that will go against the Bulldog defense, and it might be enough for a first down.
Yeah, it was 4th and 4. So penalty on the defense would be a first down for the Sabercats.
Offsides.
There it is.
Defense, number 0. 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. The result of the play, first down.
And something you don't want to do when you would have taken over possession, and now free play, first down, and what happens is you're giving the Vela offense 4 opportunities. This is dangerous.
Yeah, Falls the intended receiver in that last play, and this play incomplete. It's thrown behind Cortinas, and that may have been the better part of Valor's. That looked like Mackay had that one read well. Could have even intercepted if that had been thrown to the inside.
Good job by Paulo De La Rosa sticking to his fundamentals and responsibilities.
Yeah, that was De La Rosa. Might have been able to pick it off if it been closer to him. And we talked about Mackay having trouble throwing the ball. Both teams actually 1 for 7. on their passing. We're in the last minute now of the first quarter. 2nd down and 10. And in motion is Villalobos, and here they pass it off to Caballero. He goes out of bounds and picks up a 1st down.
This is a play, Mark, that you run and you try to sneak your running back in there where nobody pays attention. And that's exactly what they did.
And here they try a running play to the left side, and no, sir. Schwartz is there along with the rover Owsley.
Owsley.
Keep Caballero to no gain.
And Owsley with pretty good stats coming into this game. He had 31 total tackles, 16 assists, and 15 solo. That's what Owsley does. He usually comes up with big plays when you really need it.
Actually lose a yard to the 10-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and goal.
The Bulldogs probably don't want to, they're okay if they give up 3, but they don't want to give up a touchdown here.
There's Ruiz with time. Going to throw toward the end zone and incomplete. It was intended for Gonzalez, who was able to get a hand on it, but unable to bring it in. It'll be 3rd and goal.
Good job on the defense by Riley Owsley. He was there. The only way that would have been completed if it was a perfect pass. So Bulldogs with back-to-back good plays makes it 3rd and 10.
There we see the Frisbee brothers, identical twins, both seniors. Fletcher number 54 and Cash number 94. And here 3rd and goal now. Might be 2-down territory for the SaberCats. Going to throw to the left side of the end zone. Man open, caught, and a touchdown for Edinburg Vela. And that's George Falls catching his 8th touchdown catch of the year.
And that's what I was just going to bring up to look out for Falls. I mean, you know they're looking for their number 1 target. Like you said, coming into this game, he had great stats because you know that he's fast, he's quick, he's got great moves, and he was basically wide open in the end zone.
There's the extra point try. And this is up and good. Kicker is Camden Braun. And makes the score 10-0 in favor of Vela with 1 second left in the first quarter. Another look at the touchdown here. And you see Falls easily getting both his feet in bounds. Nice little out route.
He had the opportunity to run the post, Mark, but he put on a great fake. And that's why he was wide open.
All right, we'll be back in a moment. You're watching Football Night in McAllen ISD. SaberCats on top, 10-0. McAllen ISD's 2025 Superintendent Scholarship Golf Tournament was a huge success. More than $68,000 was raised for student scholarships. We want to thank everyone who contributed and be on the lookout for this year's event coming this spring. McAllen ISD, we are all in. All right, and welcome back here at DQ Fan Field. SaberCats on top, 10-0. 1 second left in the first quarter. And it's going to be Mackay to receive now. There's Finn Henderson at his 5-yard line. And this is popped high and short. Mackay calls for a fair catch at the 35-yard line. And Mackay ready for that. And it was a fair caught by David Mercado.
Good job by Mercado, Mark. Smart enough to call for a fair catch and make sure that he caught it, because that could have turned into another fumble. So give credit to the SaberCats. They've created 2 turnovers. They got 3 points on one of them, and they got a touchdown on the other one. And that's the story of the game right now. The Bulldog offense has to settle down. They've had some pretty good games. They got to get themselves a couple of first downs and get that confidence back on their side. And let's see what happens.
The wind not blowing too much, but has been blowing into the faces of Mackay. They'll get the wind at their back in the second quarter. Here's they're going to hand this off. It's like Morley dives his way forward after he's hitting the backfield and is able to get back to the line of scrimmage there. And that'll be the end of quarter number 1. where the SaberCats get 10 points and lead by a score of 10-0 as we take a break. And we'll be back with the second quarter in a moment from DQ Fan Field. This is Football Night in McAllen ISD.
The Sames Back to School sale is your perfect way to win. 6 weeks of perfect attendance earns students a chance to win a new car from Sames. And any student gets $500 off MSRP at Sames McAllen Ford or always online at SamesMcAllenFord.com. Drive local, drive Sames.
And back for the second quarter now. Mark May with Mario Reyna, the rest of our MITV broadcast crew, an award-winning crew. Won awards for football and baseball as Woltoff is going to throw this and catches his man in stride at the 45. That's Cinco Jones. A first down well inside Vela territory all the way to the 36-yard line.
And that's a good comeback right there by Woltoff. We know that's what he's capable of doing. And he did it right there. It all starts with enough protection.
Yeah, 29 yards on this completion to Cinco Jones.
And this is no surprise to us, Mark. We've seen him all year. We know he's got great hands, and that's a big catch.
We've got an official's timeout out there right now with 11:45 to go in the first half. Mackay on the move after Vela scored on the last two possessions, and it has a 10-0 lead. And it looks like they're starting the clock again, so we're resuming the action here pretty quick.
And here's the big difference when you have the Mackay Bulldogs. They got a big points against PSJ Memorial, big points against La Jolla Juarez Lincoln, and they scored 35 against Ed Couch. But this Vela defense is totally different. They're going to make you earn your points.
And here's Woltoff back to throw over the middle, and this is intercepted. And who else? It's Caden Hoover. Hoover with his 9th intercept of the young season. Just game 5, and he has 9 picks. That is incredible.
It's incredible, Mark. He just has an eye for the ball. He knows where it's at. He goes and he gets it.
3rd turnover of the first half on Mackay. Woltoff was looking deep.
Look at that catch.
Was trying to get it. Yeah, trying to get it to Finn Henderson.
Holding. Offense, number 78. That penalty's declined. Result of the play, SaberCat, first down.
The SaberCats creating 3 turnovers here almost in just a quarter. And they already put 10 points on the board off of turnovers, and we'll see if they can do that. Here's where the Bulldog defense is going to need a stop. Get that ball back to your offense.
Yeah, 11:15 to go here in the first half. So a little over a quarter and less than a minute. 3 turnovers. And SaberCats will hand this off on first down and run this up close to another first down. That's Jeremiah Garcia. He's up the 19-yard line. Actually, they're going to spot him, I think, just a few inches short. Oh, no, they're counting it as a first down. So exactly 10 yards to the 19.
And the SaberCats are having success running right up the Bulldog, right down the middle between the hash marks. That's where they're getting most of their yardage. So that tells you that they have a pretty good center, a good left guard, and a good right guard.
And here's a sweep trying to get it outside. Mackay all over this. And they'll bring down the runner. That was Villalobos.
Oliver Schwartz in there.
And yeah, you're right, Mario. It seems SaberCats have had this success going up the middle, but when they try to go outside, it's a different story. We see it again here.
And the reason they try to go outside because they think the Bulldogs are going to be kind of thinking more about runs between the hash marks. And they're thinking they could get something on the outside, but it hasn't happened. The Bulldog defense has done a good job of containing the outside runs.
So loss of 4 on the play. Schwartz and his teammate Briones in on that last tackle. And this play, the quarterback Ruiz tries to go up the middle. Bulldogs stop that.
And that play did not look good even from the beginning. It just looked like it was not going to go anywhere.
Yeah, it's another loss, a loss of a yard this time.
And a 3rd and 15. That's what the Bulldogs wanted to do. They got to get that ball back on their side.
So 3rd and 15. Ruiz, delayed draw here. A lot of room here for Caballero, but he's going to be brought down about 3 yards shy of the first down. And I imagine the SaberCats will bring on the punting unit.
There's no way they will take it on their own side, because if they don't make a first down, they would be giving the Bulldogs real good field position. They do have a pretty good punter, so Coach Ernie Alonso is going to go ahead and play field position here and get the Bulldogs back, especially since the Bulldog offense is struggling and the Vela defense is creating turnovers.
Gonzalez into punt for the second time. No pressure. Bulldogs will return this from their own 42. A short return there, still be in near midfield. That's Greg Cedillo.
Mario Cavazos with another hard hit. That guy can hit, Mario Cavazos can really hit. He did another one earlier in the game. Okay, the Bulldogs are down 10-0. That's not too bad after 3 turnovers, Mark. And the offense struggling. But they just got to be consistent.
Yeah, playing really well. But the offense will have to score points to catch up. Mackay at the 48 in their own territory. Still plenty of time in the first half, so they hand this off. And that's Morley there, upended at the line of scrimmage, may have picked up a yard.
And that's one thing the Vela defense has done, Mark. They really have shut down the running attack. And head coach Ernie Alonso, remember, he was a defensive coordinator. So I'm pretty sure he has a lot of input on what's going on the SaberCat defense.
So 2nd down and 9. There's a wraparound draw to Morley, gets back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd down and long.
That is also part of the problem for the Bulldog offense, that they haven't been able to run the ball. And you want to run the ball so you can get into 3rd and short situations, or so you can get the defense thinking of what's going to happen run or what's going to happen pass. So this down is pretty much a passing down.
Yeah, 3rd down and 9. And here comes a blitzing linebacker, going to lob this out to the right to Morley. Surrounded by defenders, though, and unable to get back to the line of scrimmage, and well defended there by the SaberCats.
SaberCat defense, they're playing very, very good, making it real hard. Of course, 3 turnovers, it's because it wasn't just turnovers, it was some good defensive plays by the defense. This SaberCat defense, when they played against Harlingen, they did hold the Cardinals to only 10 points. And last week against Mission, they held them to only 3 points. So that defense is starting to show what they're capable of.
And there's the punt by Schwartz. And it's fielded about the 19-yard line. This is Hoover. Hoover picks up a couple blocks, spin move, and still going up near midfield and all the way to the 49-yard line in Vela territory. And that was a net difference of only 4 yards there, Mario.
And that's only 4 yards. Why? Because you have the athlete doing things for you. The punt was not very high, so that gave him a good opportunity to do what he does. Very quick, as soon as he got the ball, he ran, and he saw where the open area was, and he took advantage. Take a look.
Yeah, Hoover able to...
There's where he put his cut in.
Catch that on the move.
Nice cutting ability. Look at that.
And finally brought down by, I think, Hayden Helgeson. And here is Ruiz wanting to throw, being chased, has to get rid of it. He's able to get it across the line of scrimmage, so it's a incomplete pass. And bring up 2nd and 10.
And you'll take those kind of incomplete passes because Ruiz was under a lot of pressure. He could have taken a sack, which would have been about an 8 to 10 yard loss. But instead, he just basically threw it in an area where nobody was at. Smart play.
There's a quick handoff to Caballero races across the Mackay 45 to about the 44, a gain of 7.
And now the SaberCats in a hurry-up offense, trying to catch the defense sleeping.
And here's on 3rd down and just 3. They run this quickly up the middle, and it looks like enough for the 1st down. And that was Caballero once more. He's their workhorse, isn't he?
He is. And the other thing now, we don't have probably stats on time of possession, but now the SaberCat offense has been on the field a lot here in the first half.
8 first downs in this first half. Flag is down here at the end of this play. There's Cortinas on the carry. A pickup of 2 yards, it looks like, but that's pending the penalty. Here comes the call.
Holding. Offense, number 75. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Remains 2nd down.
And one of the things, Mark, when I talk to these officials, since I know a lot of them, because a lot of them are basketball officials, they don't like calling holding. But when they do, it's because it
Correction,
really is
remains
holding.
1st down.
It might be a 2-hand grab, and it's a very obvious one because you know the coaches are going to go to the replays when they're in their office. They want to see that they were really a holding there.
1st and 20 now here for Vela. And Ruiz running for his life, has to get rid of that one again. The 2nd time we've seen him do that, and that'll be 2nd down and 20.
And that's what pressure on a quarterback does. And it's interesting that if you look at Sunday football or nowadays when they play all the time in NFL, you put pressure on the quarterbacks and their completion rate goes down and their interception rates go up.
Yeah, this day and age, I think maybe Wednesday might be the only day you don't see any football. And even that's not true all the time. And here on 2nd down and 20, setting up the screen. And here they got it to Villalobos. Villalobos loses the football. SaberCats may have recovered here. I think they do. They call it a fumble. And the official's still checking. It looks like Falls came up with the loose ball.
Well, that was a pretty nice call, to be honest with you, Mark.
We've got an official's timeout.
Very nicely executed. It looked like it was going to go for more. There's a fumble cost.
Yeah, ball definitely popped out.
For the Bulldogs, cost the fumble. That is Riley Osley. And we've called out his name a couple of times. So that was about a 12-yard gain, and now it makes it, instead of a 2nd and 20, should make it about a 3rd and 8 yards to go, which is a lot more doable. And where the ball is at, you're looking at 2-down territory. Right now, that's what you're looking at. Who's that man right there on the screen, Mark?
Oh, it looks like our superintendent. Yeah, Dr. Rene Gutierrez walking by. He's the first superintendent in McAllen ISD's history to have graduated from McAllen ISD. He went to Mac High, class of 83. We're going to go to break right now. It's Vela 10, Mac High nothing. We'll be right back.
The McAllen Education Foundation proudly supports teachers.
Since 1996, the foundation has funded innovative teacher grants worth more than $550,000.
And benefited close to 60,000 of our students.
These grants allow us to explore our imaginations and open new worlds for our students.
They raise funds by hosting a bowling tournament and helping with the superintendent's golf tournament.
And we appreciate those sponsors who'd made it happen.
You can help too by donating at the McAllen Education Foundation website.
Thank you, McAllen Education Foundation, for all that you do.
And we're back here on football night in McAllen ISD, our 18th year. enjoying it, and it's Vela 10, McAllen nothing. Fourth meeting between these two. Vela's won all three previous meetings. Here on 3rd down and 8, Ruiz lobs it out, incomplete. Had an open man there, but unable to connect with Raul Guzman. It'll be 4th and 8.
And the defense needed a much-needed stop, and it's going to cost the SaberCats to punt since they weren't able to gain any yards. If they would have gained maybe 2 or 3 yards on that possession, I don't know if they would be punting. But give credit to the Bulldog defense. They put a lot of pressure on the quarterback.
And Gonzalez in there as the punter.
Be careful with the fake punt, Mark.
No pressure here, and they're aiming this toward the right side. Ball still loose. Mackay was trying to get the SaberCats to bite on a fake fair catch over near the near side of the field. But SaberCats kept their eye on the ball, able to kill it at the 9-yard line.
And one of the reasons that Coach Ernie Alonso did not go with the on a 4th down, Mark, because his defense is playing very well and the Bulldog offense is struggling. But we know what the Bulldog offense is capable of. 5 minutes with 1 timeout and a 2-minute timeout. There's plenty of time for the Bulldogs to see if they can get some points on the board. But I know Coach Shelby has to be concerned. They cannot afford another turnover.
There's handoff. Morley trying to bank this one outside. Able to pick up a couple of yards. And it'll be 2nd and 8.
And it's going to be very important for the Bulldog offense to try to get a couple of first downs at least. You don't want to kick the ball back from this area of the field because that's going to give the SaberCats good field position and another opportunity to build on the 10-0 lead. Very important the Bulldogs to get a couple of first downs.
Morley goes in motion. Woltoff looking that direction, now looking to his left, and is able to connect with Finn Henderson. Henderson dragged down at about the 14. He'll bring up 3rd down. I believe that's the first catch tonight for Henderson. Came in with a leading receiver for these Bulldogs with 19 catches for 374 yards.
That play didn't go too far because Joel Barajas came back from as he rushed. He read the play, knew it was a short pass, and came back for the tackle.
So 3rd down and 6 now. Bulldogs have to be careful as they're still backed up inside their 20. Swoltoff. Worley stays in the block. Now to throw. This is caught, and it's a first down here for the Bulldogs. I believe on the catch there. Now we've got flags all over as I think a Bulldog may have put his hands to the face of a SaberCat player.
And it's going to be unsportsmanlike conduct. Should be a first down, isn't it, Mark?
It is a first down, and it's after the play where that happened. So they'll get the first down, but then they'll be moved 15 yards back.
And that's something I've been noticing from up here, Mark, a couple of times where the Bulldog players are getting excited and they're close to taunting, but maybe they're being warned a couple of times. And this time it was very obvious.
Dead ball foul. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Offense. Number 10. Half the distance to the goal. First down, Bulldogs.
And one of the reasons you want to make those calls, Mark, is because if you don't, then you as an official or as officials, you're going to lose control of the game.
Yeah, 11-yard penalty it becomes because it's a half the distance penalty. Just the second penalty on the Bulldogs. And here, Woltoff with some room, able to throw it and then connects. He connects with Joaquin Alvarez, who caught the first down pass a moment ago. And another first down here for the Bulldogs, who are now out to the 24.
This time Alvarez learned from his previous mistake. All he did, caught the ball. Got enough yardage there.
Yeah, looked like a 13-yard reception.
Is there another
Personal
flag or
foul.
something, Mark?
Defense, number 7. Late hit to the
There
head
you
and neck
go.
area of quarterback. Bulldog, first down.
That's what this officiating crew is going to do, Mark. They're going to, right now, it's grabbing control of the game. We're not going to allow you as kids to do this because that's something that the coaches are not going to like because those are big 15-yarders. So after those two, Mark, we shouldn't see any more unsportsmanlike conducts by either team.
So the Bulldogs with some room to breathe now at the 34-yard line. 3:17 to go before halftime. And here comes the blitz. Woltoff gets rid of it quickly. Gets it up to the 45-yard line. This should be enough for another first down. And I believe that was on the catch, Cedillo.
That's what a little unsportsmanlike conduct on the defense does for you. Beautiful pass by Woltoff right up the middle. And I think number 4 got away with something right there. After
Yeah,
the
shoved to
hit
the
was done.
helmet.
That should have been probably another 15-yard penalty.
That was a 12-yard pickup there and a first down. There's Woltoff. Going to throw this toward the sideline. Incomplete. Was intended for Aleman, the junior receiver.
And that's what makes a passing attack so hard to execute, Mark. It looked like Woltoff expected Aleman to make a cut a little bit earlier, and that's where he threw the ball. It's not because he was way off. It's just because Woltoff threw it where he thought Aleman was going to be, and he wasn't there.
Bulldogs have 3 first downs on this drive. 3 receivers to the left. 1 man in the backfield. Stays in the block for Woltoff, who's going to throw this and incomplete. It was intended for Henderson near the sideline, and it'll bring up 3rd down and 10.
I can assure you they're going to keep going to look for Henderson and also look for Cinco Jones. So those are your bread and butter receivers. So 3rd and 10, another big play for the Bulldog offense. One of the good things is that they've gained at least 30-something yards, which is good.
Bulldogs are 2 for 4 on 3rd down. So Woltoff retreating, maybe trying to set up a screen, forced to throw that one away as it just wasn't there. And the SaberCats had it well defended. It'll be 4th down and 10 with 2:34 to go.
And they kind of expected that, Mark, because you saw that there wasn't a lot of pressure. Take a look at that. Kind of like they weren't even rushing. So that's something the scouting report gave away, that they felt that was coming. The Bulldogs have no choice but to punt the ball away. The good news is that they're punting the ball away from their own 45 and not from their own 10-yard line.
There's Oliver Schwartz, the punter. And it's going to be fielded. Oh, it's a muff. Muff back at the 15-yard line. Ball is still loose. And SaberCats come up with it. Recovering the loose ball, Jorge Ordonez, who has an interception already in this game and also has that save, so to speak, for his own team.
That could have been a big fumble recovery. The Bulldogs would have gotten that. You imagine 223, great field position. Rare mistake by this young man that's having a heck of a year. He doesn't do that a lot. And that's Caden Hoover.
That was Hoover,
who's already has 9 interceptions for the year.
So 2:23 to go, 1 timeout to work with, plus the 2-minute timeout. It's quick pass, and getting out of bounds is Gonzalez. That'll stop the clock.
Eden Ayala making sure that Gonzalez went out of bounds.
So 5-yard pickup.
And more importantly, they stopped the clock by going out of bounds.
Yeah, used up only 6 seconds. Now they're at the 18-yard line. Play action. This is Gonzalez again, and gets out near the first down marker. Looks like enough as Pablo De La Rosa got the tackle, but not before they picked up the first down.
And it looks like the Bulldog defense is playing prevent defense. They're willing to give you the short yardage up front. And what Velas, they're going to take advantage of it. They'll take it and then go out of bounds. But they're also looking to see if one of their receivers can break it for a little bit more of a big yards to gain.
So 1st and 10 here, 2:12 to go. And here's a draw play. Looks like Caballero, who's only able to get back to the line of scrimmage. This will take us to the 2-minute timeout. And we'll have our main event fan of the game now for the Bulldogs. Something that happens at the 2-minute timeout each night in the first half. And here's our fan of the game. We've got a couple of them there. A couple of young kids. A family there. Posing with our school district officials. We see Dr. Albert Canales on the right, one of our school board members, Mr. Robert Carrion, in the middle, athletic director, Mr. Brian McClinney, on the far left side. By the way, the main event fan, not too far away from McAllen. She works there as McAllen counselor, Miss Clarissa Luna, there with the white shirt. She's got her kids and her husband. So we appreciate Main Event for recognizing our top fans here each night for the home games of the Bulldogs, the Warriors, and the Mustangs.
It's a great gesture by the Main Event. Mark, I want to remind everyone they're not here, right? But the concession stand, I went down there earlier today. What a bunch of great people giving up their time.
Yeah, and they have boosters from the, as we see Caballero with the short run there, they have boosters from all three schools, the Warriors, Mustangs, and Bulldogs, that help contribute and swap out each other. So that way the Bulldog parents can watch their players play, and the Memorial or Row boosters, probably the Row boosters because their team played last night, will work the concessions on a night like this. And they have a nice little relationship there. Kind of an esprit de corps there amongst our concession parents. And here's Caballero again for a couple of yards. And it's going to bring up 3rd down and about 6.
I think it's now 4th down. The scoreboard got you, Mark.
Right.
So one of the
timeout.
There's going to timeout by the
Bulldogs.
But
that's a Bulldogs third and final timeout of the half.
Head coach Ernie Alonso is telling you, I'll take my 10-0 lead. I don't want to risk any mistakes. So that's probably why he didn't put the ball up in the air.
Yeah, 4th down now. 1:42 to go. So the SaberCats unable to run too much time off the clock, and Mackay, to prevent them from running it down, takes their last time out here in the first half.
And this punt mark is going to tell you the field position where the Bulldogs get the ball. Is going to tell you what Coach Patrick Shelby is going to do. It all depends on where he gets the ball, if he's going to be aggressive to try to get in some points, or is he going to take it easy and say, you know what, with 3 turnovers, our offense is struggling, we'll go, 10-0 is not a big deal. Okay, I mean, you just won a score from making it a game. It's 10-0, it's a close game.
Yeah, we've got the fan cam going right now. Everybody cheering, having a good time here tonight. Mostly competitive game. Both teams really strong defenses. And here we have the punting unit on there. This will be the 4th punt of the first half for the SaberCats. Had some Bulldog pressure that time. And this will be returnable here. The 29-yard line up to the 34. So a 5-yard return there for Cedillo. And 1:31 to work with here for the Bulldogs. They have no timeouts. And they don't have the 2-minute timeout to work with.
Well, what the Bulldogs are going to probably do, put the ball in the air, see if they can get 10 yards here and there. But that will determine what they're going to do, the type of attack, because they also don't want to have a turnover.
Yeah, you kind of have to be aggressive, but a controlled aggression. It's kind of Almost a contradiction in terms there. We've got to ride that fine line. 3 receivers on the left. Going to throw to the right, though, and this is incomplete. Looks like it was intended for Joaquin Alvarez, and it'll be second down.
Well defended by Vela's number 13. That's Jorge Ordonez.
That's an interesting call here. You've got 2nd and 10. Do you take a chance and throw the ball and risk stopping the clock again? Or do you run the ball and force Vela to use their last time out?
I think they're probably going to put it up in the air, see if they can get themselves a first down.
I'd look for a short pass here. Oh, and this is high, and Woltoff has to chase this down.
Good job. Good
and
job.
does a good job of, just scooping up that ball and sliding like he's sliding in the second there. And it's going to be 3rd and long, but at least the clock will run unless Vela uses a timeout.
I think Vela's probably going to save their timeout. After this, it'll be 4th down. Now you know that the Bulldogs will definitely have a running play. I'll be shocked if they put the ball in the air.
And I'm surprised the SaberCats not calling a timeout here, but they'll probably do it after this play, unless it's incomplete pass. But I agree with you, Mario. I think it'll be a run play.
Good job by Woltoff letting clock go down. It's at 10 seconds.
Yeah, he's still got plenty of time on that play clock. Now they snap it with 30 seconds left. Woltoff's going to run this, and it's hit right at the line of scrimmage, and will gain no more. And the SaberCats, now they elect to use their last timeout. 23 seconds left, and forcing the Bulldogs to have
third and final time out of the half
here on 4th down.
And here's where the Bulldogs need a very, very good punt. All the SaberCats want is to see if they can get the ball maybe at their around midfield, around the 50-yard line.
So we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back in just a moment. Almost halftime here. Decision time here for the Bulldogs and SaberCats. 10-0 our score. We'll be right back. McAllen ISD is a state A-rated district for the 2025-26 school year. Not only that, but each high school also earned an A. 17 schools in all across McAllen ISD. McAllen ISD, we are all in. And we're back here on football night at McAllen ISD, and there is our drone shot. Beautiful night here. And see all the traffic going by there on Bicentennial Boulevard, just to the east side of the school, or of the stadium. Bulldogs have the punting unit out there. Schwartz had some pressure, had to get rid of it quickly. And there's Hoover, not going to be able to make a play on it. And the Bulldogs will kill it at the 44-yard line, just 14 seconds left. Maybe just enough time for the SaberCats, if they want to chance it, to get, they can get a pass completed of about 25 yards. The clock will stop for the movement of the chains. They might be able to then kill the football and bring on the field goal unit. We'll see if they try something like that. So Vela at their 44-yard line. 14 seconds to go. Neither team has a timeout. And Vela may elect to just take a knee here, not wanting to risk anything
That's the best thing
funky
to do,
happening. And they'll take a knee, and that'll be it for the first half. Where Vela scored 10 points in the first quarter, scoreless second quarter, and we'll take a 10-0 lead into the halftime locker room. And we've got our bands coming out. We'll have the SaberCats marching band and their dance team, the Sapphires, followed by the Mackay Bulldog marching band and their dance team, the Steppers. All that coming up here at the half. We'll have some halftime stats for you. And the second half of the action between Edinburg Vela and Mackay coming up for you in just a few minutes. It's halftime here on Football Night in McAllen ISD.
Jewels of Edinburg.
Ladies and gentlemen, get ready for an unforgettable night. Sit back, relax, and brace yourself for the ultimate Friday night experience here in McAllen, Texas. Presenting the band with the sound that will blow you away, the sensational Sabercat Marching Band. Tonight, they're set to dazzle you with a sneak peek of their UIO show, The Language of Bloom. Prepare to be swept off your feet as they bring to life masterpieces from incredible artists like Vivaldi, Grieg, to Kelly, Billie Eilish, Taylor Swift, and more. Drum majors for the Edinburg Vela Band are head drum major, Alison Maldonado. Assistant drum majors, Aaron Zapata and Michaela Garcia. Captains for the Saber Spinners are Jordan Luna and Lauren Garcia. Freshman of the Week, Jesse Guan and Noah Lopez. Upperclassmen of the Week, Ben An and Gabriel Cortez. Saber Spinners of the Week are Yuvia Gonzalez and Norma Molina. Section of the Week are the Flutes. Directors of the SaberCat Band are Cassandra Sanchez, Michael Sandoval, Peter Garza, Sebastian Tejerina, and Alejandro Barajas. Color guard instructors are Ivan Costilla and Rosalie Garcia. Marching instructors are Bobby Tafoya, Christopher Trevino, and Kevin High. The SaberCat Band would like to thank the RVHS band boosters, RVHS administration, and our entire SaberCat community for their continued support. and we wish the McAllen High School Marching Band a wonderful season.
Officers for the Steppers are Captain Junior Miranda Gutierrez, First Lieutenant Senior Serenity Moran, Second Lieutenant Sophomore Tessie Macias. Stepper of the Week is Madison and Meyer. Thank you, Steppers. And now, McAllen High School is pleased to present the 2025 Pride of Mac High, your Battling Bulldog Band. The band is under the field direction of drum majors Sienna Abrego, Kayla Mendez, Esteban Garcia. Color Guard Student of the Week is Natalia Vallejo. Band Students of the Week are Anto Tejarina, Dylan Miza, Ashley Arevalo. The Section of the Week is the Flutes. Tonight, the Mac High Band would like to welcome the Morris and Travis Middle School band students, our future Battling Bulldog band members. The Mac High Band staff would like to thank directors Dorina Kingston, Jerzane Bernal, Nefi Olivares, and Denise Cruz Pena for their love of teaching our future Bulldog band members and for their support of the Mac High Band program. We appreciate you all very much. Tonight, the combined bands will perform My Sharona and Land of 1,000 Dances. Please welcome the Mac High Band and future Mac High Band members. So, ladies and gentlemen, put down those nachos and put your hands together. Let's hear it for the pride of Mac High, the Mac High Battling Bulldog Band. Drum majors, Sienna Abrego, Kayla Mendez, Esteban Garcia. The field is yours. Thank you, Morrison Travis Middle School band members. Now, ladies and gentlemen, get ready as the band transitions to the spelling of the Mac High. We are Mac High. Mac High Band Director is Noel De La Cruz. Additional staff are George Sanchez, Sarah Canning, Christopher Cruz, Victor Casas. Color Guard directors are Freddie Gomez and Maria Hernandez. Color Guard instructor is Alyssa Moreno. Additional instructional staff include Cece Gutierrez and Jason Garcia. The band would like to thank Superintendent of Schools Dr. Renee Gutierrez, Director of Fine Arts Ms. Deborah Loya, Mac High Principal Ms. Stephanie Friedland, and our entire McAllen ISD Board of Trustees for their support as they provide music education to McAllen ISD. Thank you all for everything, for what you do for Mac High. Also want to wish the Vela Sabercat Band a wonderful marching season.
All right, we're just moments away from the second half here at DQ Fan Field. It's 10-0 our score. The Sabercats in front. And taking a look at our halftime stats, you can see first downs light on both teams as it was a defensive struggle. Rushing yards, though, a big edge for the Sabercats, 76 to -4. Passing yards, 45 to 75 for Mac High. And then the total yards, 121 to 71 in favor of the Sabercats. You see penalties. Sabercats had 5. The Bulldogs had 2. Turnovers, though, hurt the Bulldogs. They had 3 turnovers in the first half, only 1 on the Sabercats. Third down conversions, both teams struggled a little bit there, but both of them at 33%. Just about ready to have the little Bulldogs run out onto the field, Mario, and those are the future Bulldogs that get to run across the field at the beginning of each second half. And what do the Bulldogs need to do to get back into this game? They're only down 2 scores.
Well, that's the first thing to think, hey, we're still in the game. It's 10-0. Anything can happen, right? That's not a lot of points, but they just got to get that swagger back that they've had on offense. It's just struggling. That's the bottom line.
Yeah, need to find some, certainly get the passing game going. And, I say that even though they had -4 rushing yards, but it just seemed like the passing game finally started to click there on that last possession. They got 3 first downs in a row, and then it stalled and they had to punt the football. But it seemed like they were able to find some success on that last possession there before halftime. But right now, in the Sabercats, playing really well. Of course, they're pitching a shutout right now. They've given up only 13 points in the last 2 games combined. As we see the little Bulldogs come running across the field. I think it's only $30 to join the club. You get a T-shirt and you get to do this run out the start of the second half of each Bulldog home game. You get to do that. They have little Warriors and they have little Mustangs as well for their home games. You see one of the ROTC students out there too, inspiring the little ones. There goes Little Bitty, too. She's probably a pre-K. And there's the Vela SaberCats getting ready to come out and start this second half. They'll be kicking off to start half number 2. Mackay will receive. So a chance there with Mackay having been able to move the ball a little bit there on that last possession. Maybe some of that momentum will carry over. And here are the Bulldogs getting excited and coming out onto the field. Both teams 3-1. Bulldogs with a 3-game win streak coming into tonight. SaberCats have won their last 2 straight. Wins over Harlingen and Mission. And Bulldogs come in with wins over PSJA Memorial, Ed Cal Chelsea, and La Jolla Juarez Lincoln.
Check 1.
Both teams will be off next week. They've got a bye week in the first weekend of October, and then they'll be back to finish the schedule on October 9th and 10th. And as you mentioned earlier, Mario, both of these head coaches know each other well. Patrick Shelby, the head coach of the Bulldogs, and of course Ernie Alonso, the head coach of the SaberCats. Alonso having been the defensive coordinator for Mackay back 2 seasons ago. So it seems like, both of them, as you mentioned, Mario, they both know each other's personnel really well.
Very well, I
and
know.
Both of them have had a pretty good game plan here tonight, at least as far as defense goes.
They probably wish each other good luck all the time, but not when they play each other.
And there's the head coach, has his back partially to us at the moment, talking with his lieutenants. SaberCats went 2 rounds deep in the playoffs last year. And Mackay had a good run 2 seasons ago, but missed the playoffs a year ago. Looking to get back this year. Both teams 1-0 in district race. Nicky Rowe improved to 2-0 in district last night with a victory over Juarez Lincoln, 49-3. And here's the kick to start the second half. It's a line drive, and Finn Henderson had his knee on the turf at the moment he caught the ball, so he's automatically down. And the Bulldogs will start from back there, just inside their 10-yard line.
That's kind of what's going on here tonight for the Bulldogs. It just hasn't clicked. But the good news is 10-0. If they can get a drive going, they can score some kind of points. That makes this game very, very interesting.
Yeah, but still a whole half of football to go.
But how do you adjust to that defense for the SaberCats? They are playing very well.
He came in giving up just 8.5 points a game. Played really well here tonight, generated 3 turnovers. And here on first down, the Bulldogs hand this off to Hunter Morley. Morley brought down at the line of scrimmage. You see it again here. Line of scrimmage was the 9. He was brought down by the defender. That was linebacker Jeremy Ramirez. So here we go on second down and 10.
Passing down, Mark. Passing down.
So Morley in the backfield with Woltoff. Here comes the blitz. Woltoff hit as he throws. Ball pops up in the air and comes down. Usually those are the kind that can get picked off, but Henderson, I think, may have been the intended receiver. But it ends up being an incomplete pass. It'll bring up third down and 10.
The pressure all night long has been there.
The first half, Woltoff completed 7 of 17 passes. His counterpart, Ruiz, completed 5 of 14.
You don't want to turn it over here. So they're probably going to call something that's not too wild.
Third down and 10. Woltoff will roll out this time to get away from the blitz. Trying to turn the corner. Does a little bit, but is forced out of bounds by a couple of SaberCats, including Mario Cavazos.
Cavazos Mario has had a great night. A couple of hard hits.
It's a 6-yard pickup for Woltoff, but they'll be well short of the first down.
This is probably going to give the SaberCats a good field position to start the second half with their first possession.
Saw Sergio Briones standing at his own 50-yard line. And this is going to be Hoover who makes the catch, fights off one tackler, and then is brought down just inside Bulldog territory at about the 46. Tackle on the play by Simon Pardo.
But look where the SaberCats are going to take over, Mark, on their own side of the field. The 46-yard line.
Yeah, excellent field position for them. 10:54 to go here in the third quarter. And both these teams came in scoring in bunches. SaberCats are scoring over 36 a game and McAllen over 39 a game, but the defenses have been ruling here tonight. First down, a nice run there for the running back Cortinas. Cortinas came in with about 165 yards rushing this season tonight, so probably closing in on 200 by now, although Caballero has gotten the bulk of the carries. That was a live play there as the ball comes loose, and McAllen recovers it. That was Cortinas on the carry, had the ball squeezed away from him, and McAllen has their second turnover of the night.
And the defense for the Bulldogs comes up with a big turnover, Mark. But we'll see what they do with the turnover. We know what the SaberCats did with their turnovers. They turned them into 10 points. Who's the one that caused the fumble? Good hit from behind by Schwartz.
Yeah, it was Schwartz who caused it. And then it was recovered by his teammate Aiden Ayala.
That could prove to be a big play.
Second turnover of the game on the SaberCats. And Schwartz has figured in both of them for McAllen. So we see a short run here. This is Henderson. And Henderson on an end around, able to find his way for good yardage. Schwartz had an interception in the first half, and then he caused the fumble just a moment ago.
Had a great game. Mark, that's what Coach, offensive coordinator Philip Romeros has to call. He's got to find some plays out there in the playbook, to try to keep this defense from figuring out what the Bulldogs are trying to do.
It's actually officially no gain there for Henderson.
But what a play like that does, Mark, it kind of makes the defense.
No flag on the play.
You got to be careful. There was a flag out there, but the referee felt there should be no flag. So that's a mark of a good officiating crew. If you thought there was a flag, but then you talked about it, then you said no, it's not. It's not enough. Actually, there were like 4 yards gain on that play.
Oh, yeah, you're right. They've spotted the ball now at the 46. I guess they're waiting for the result of the potential flag there. So 2nd and 6. As a handoff, Morley with the big hole has the first down, crosses midfield into SaberCat territory to the SaberCat 46, and a gain of 8 on the play.
And a rare open hole for Morley. He has never had a hole like that tonight. But that's what offensive coordinator Romeros is trying to figure out, that we got to try something different. So he tried an end around and now a draw play. And he gets himself a first down for the Bulldogs.
So clock under 10 minutes to go in the third. Bulldogs on the move. And here's Woltoff going to run up the middle, going to tuck this and run it. Breaks a tackle at the 40. And is knocked out of bounds at about the 32-yard line. Picks up another first down. And the Bulldogs now have their deepest penetration of the game.
And that almost looked like a quarterback draw. It wasn't, but it worked pretty good. Good job by Woltoff. And then he broke a tackle to gain an additional 5 yards for a first down. This is where the Bulldogs, right after the turnover, they have to punch in some points, get a little momentum on their side.
Actually, their deepest penetration is the 27-yard line. We'll see if they get past that. And here's a throw over the middle, and this is knocked away, incomplete, nearly picked off. So there were a couple of defenders right in that area.
And if it was not for the defenders colliding with each other, it could have been another interception, and by who?
Yeah, Hoover was right in there.
Hoover was right there. We take a look at the replay. He looked like one of them was going to get it. They just collided with each other.
See, Henderson was the intended receiver.
Lucky bounce for the Bulldogs on that.
We have an official's timeout out there right now. Clock stopped at 9:31. 10-0 our score. SaberCats, all their scoring in the first quarter. And it's been a stalemate since then. I see two views of the McAllen huddle there. The shaken up player seems okay, coming off the field now. And this has been a hard hitting game on both sides. We've seen some haymakers out there.
You know, Coach Shelby there on the screen, he's probably thinking like he wishes Coach Ernie Alonso was still his defensive coordinator, because now working opposite, that defense that Coach Ernie Alonso has over there with the SaberCats, they're doing a pretty good job. But here's a great opportunity for the Bulldogs.
Man in motion, that's Cinco Jones. They fake the handoff to him, and they run it back the other way. SaberCats not fooled, though. That was Morley on the carry, and they'll actually lose a yard back to the 33.
That was another different kind of play by the offense to see they could create something. You can't blame them for trying to run plays like that to see they could get the SaberCats from being so aggressive. And if anything, it might help out on this pass position to give Woltoff a little bit of extra time to throw.
The third down. The Bulldogs with wholesale shifting here. They got one player, I think, on the wrong side. They've only got 3 seconds to snap it. They're forced to take a timeout.
Got to take a timeout.
Bulldogs.
So a timeout called by the Bulldogs. Vela on top, 10-0. Bulldogs facing a 3rd and 11. And we're going to have a smile cam here. And we see the drum line. All right, back to the game now. You see the McAllen drum line building up the tension here. It's McAllen threatening.
They are definitely in 2-down territory, Mark.
Yeah, but facing a 3rd and 11. They're going to put 3 receivers to the left. Cinco Jones on the right. Woltoff back to throw, facing a blitz here over the middle, and this may have been caught by Henderson. See, he died for it. They're going to call it incomplete. Dive for it. Looked like one of those pancake digs you see in volleyball where the ball popped up.
Good call.
And Henderson had the presence of mind to catch it. But let's see if the ball hit the ground at some point. Here's the throw. We've got it slowed down. Can't quite get the clearest view of it, but I did not see the ball touch the ground.
I think I saw it hit the ground. We take a look at the replay again.
This might be a better angle.
There.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Still have the eye of an official up here, Mark.
You do. Well, here's a long-distance field goal. This will be from 50 yards. And this kick is long enough, and it's blocked. Wasn't quite seeing it. And boy, the Bulldogs, they try the 50-yard field goal, but the SaberCats come up with the big play.
Once again, the defense for the SaberCats leading the way here so far to pitching a shutout. And it's a pretty good shutout, Mark, because we know that this McAllen Bulldog offense, they came in here putting up lots of points and getting lots of yards.
Yeah, it was blocked. The Bulldogs recovered it, but of course it's a turnover on downs. And here's a quick pass for the SaberCats that went to Raul Guzman. Carries it up for a first down.
For the SaberCats, the passing attack hasn't really been there, but the short passes, they have been there.
So Vela's football. And another play there, that was Caballero with the carry.
And we're going to see how many more times is this Bulldog defense going to get a stop.
There go the SaberCats. 7:41 to go here in the third. Quarterback Ruiz now forced to run and is going to hit his man. I thought he was throwing it away, but hits Gonzalez for a first down. And a perfect pass there to Gonzalez on the sideline.
What makes this play happen is, first of all, he had time. Tyler Ruiz not rushing the play, taking his time. He knew his receiver needed a little bit. He bought extra time by rolling out. And you're right, it looked like he was throwing it away, but the receiver was there waiting.
Caballero carries it inside the 30 to about the 29-yard line, a gain of 3 on the play. SaberCats closing in on 100 yards rushing. Facing a 2nd and 7 now. Ruiz gives it to Caballero, hit at the line of scrimmage, and then fights his way forward for maybe just a yard. And I'll bring up 3rd down.
And a 3rd and 6. More than likely, the SaberCats are thinking another 2-down territory, trying to get 6 yards, 2 downs.
Ryan Pettis in there on the tackle for Mackay.
The playbook is kind of open. You can either run the ball or pass, short, quick pass.
3rd down and 6, and they've got a double wing formation here. This is Ruiz. Over the middle, man was open but couldn't bring it in. Mason Cura. And that'll be 4th and 6, but that would have been a first down right there for Edinburg Vela.
That's a pretty good little pass right there. It's a short pass, a sure pass. Except the receiver just didn't hang on to it.
Coverage on the play by Pettis.
Can the Bulldog defense do it again? No defensive coordinator Frank Frantz.
Yeah, Bulldog defense has come up big several times tonight, including a turnover earlier in this half. Ruiz forced to throw. Gets rid of that one. And that'll bring up 4th down. He's looking for a possible flag for intentional grounding, but there is none.
Well done by the Bulldog defense. And it started off with the pressure up the middle.
And actually, this was 4th down. Had to throw it away there, and it becomes a turnover on downs. So Mackay defense coming up big once again here with 6:18 to go here in the 3rd quarter.
And with the game, how it's been going on, Coach Shelby, we saw him on the screen, he's probably not happy, but he's okay with it because he's only down 10-0. Just one big play away from making it a big game.
There's a handoff. Oh, no, they're going to keep it. Woltoff up the middle and has a first down or is close to it. We'll see where they spot this.
Beautiful fake.
Yes, and it is enough for the first down. was also brought down by Devin Caballero.
Can the Bulldogs get themselves, Mark, maybe 3 or 4 first downs in a row? That's what's been the difficulty here tonight.
As Woltoff is being chased and is going to be sacked. Back at the 30-yard line. Didn't even have time to look for an open seam to run it. And a loss of 8 yards.
And that's something Coach Shelby talked about. You know, who was going to control the line of scrimmage. And in this game, the defensive line for the SaberCats most of the time has been in control.
Ethan Delgado with the sack, along with a couple of his teammates. So 2nd down, 17 now here for Mackay. And here Woltoff, wanting to run it, is brought down on a shoestring tackle by Mario Cavazos. He's had a big night.
Yeah, he has. Mario doing a great job, but once again, the Bulldogs are going the wrong way. It's 3rd and 21. Good open field tackle by Mario Cavazos.
Yeah, he came in as their leading tackler with close to 50 tackles entering tonight. And here we have a dime defense here for the SaberCats. Bulldogs, Woltoff looking, now is going to try to run it and able to pick up about 6 yards, but nowhere near the amount they needed. And bring up 4th down.
The reason it's been hard for the Bulldogs to, even when Woltoff looks like he scrambles and he's going to get a lot of yards, their linebackers for the SaberCats and their secondary, they're very fast.
Yeah, good coverage downfield by Vela. And Schwartz will be on there to punt. This will be the 4th punt for Mackay. Hoover standing at his own 30-yard line, ready for the return.
That's not a bad idea, Mark. Just kick it out of bounds and don't give Hoover an opportunity.
Yeah, it'll be spotted at the 31-yard line in Vela territory. And the Mackay defense will be asked to come up with another stop here, give their team a chance.
Well, one thing for sure, Mark, after the change of possession, you see that Bulldogs defense, I mean, they run out there like they're ready. We know we have a job to do, and they've done a pretty decent job.
And here they go on 1st and 10. Quarterback Ruiz being rushed, has to get rid of this over the middle, and this is caught by Falls. George Falls, who had a touchdown catch earlier in the game, comes up with this one all the way down to the Bulldog 43-yard line.
There were two Bulldog defenders. When the quarterback threw the ball, Mark, up in the air, I thought he had a chance for an interception because of the pressure put on. 2 defenders right there, and he still catches the ball. Fantastic.
His 2nd or 3rd big catch here tonight, which he had that touchdown catch in the 1st quarter. And we're going to take a break right now. Vela on top, 10-0. Vela on the move after a 26-yard completion in the Bulldog territory. We'll be right back.
In South Texas, we know family is everything. That's why at South Texas Health System Clinics, we focus on providing exceptional care for generations of patients. Our family practices offer a wide range of services for every member of your family, from infants to seniors. Our experienced physicians take the time to listen and provide personalized care, ensuring the health and well-being of your family for years to come. At South Texas Health System Clinics, we're dedicated to keeping families healthy and happy. We are here for you every step of the way.
And we're back here at DQ Fan Field at McAllen Veterans Memorial Stadium. And here's a pass. This caught by the SaberCats over on the left side on 1st down. And another 1st down here as they get 12 yards down to the 31-yard line. And a nice catch and run by Raul Guzman.
Good job there. And the thing is that the defensive backs for the Bulldogs are just giving too many yards in picking up the receiver, so they'll take it.
That gives them 104 yards passing for Ruiz. And here's a big stop here for Mackay. That was on the running back, Caballero. See the handoff there, and he was hit right at the line of scrimmage.
And the Sabercats were having success running up right down the middle, but the Bulldogs were ready for it on that possession for a loss of actually 1 yard.
So 2nd and 11. And they're going to try to set up the screen here. This is Caballero, but he's quickly wrapped up by Mackay's defender, Mercado. And it's going to be up 3rd down.
Good discipline by Mercado, making sure that he was not fooled. He was ready for it.
Yeah, both teams have tried to run the screen tonight. Both times, or each time it's been run, the defenses were ready.
Illegal man downfield. Offense. 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Remains.
Had an illegal
2nd down.
Man downfield. So Coach Shelby's going to take the penalty since it's a 10-yard penalty.
So 10 yards marked off. That's the 6th penalty on the Sabercats. And moves them back to the 37. And here's a draw play here. And doesn't get much at all, maybe a yard. There, that's Caballero on the carry.
Cash Frisbee was not fooled. Came in quickly.
Caballero short and stout, 5'8", 180 pounds. Has a low center of gravity, tough to bring down. Briones in there as part of that with Frisbee. Gain of a yard.
This is a passing down, and Vela has had some better success here in the second half of putting the ball in the air.
They're 3 for 11 on 3rd down. Ruiz wants to throw it. And this is caught. This is Caballero across the 30, falls forward and has the 1st down. And that'll move the chains there for the Sabercats.
I don't know if he got enough, Mark.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I was looking at the wrong marker.
It's okay.
So he's facing 4th and 7 here. He was 3 yards past the other one.
You could tell that, Mark, they were just trying to get some few yards just to make it a better opportunity for, now 4th and 7. They're going to go for it. So that's what they were trying to do, just get a few yards. And look for another pass right here, short pass. Look out for, who is it, that good receiver?
Oh, Falls, yes.
Timeout.
Call it timeout.
Sabercats.
It's almost like a no-brainer, right? They're going to go to Falls. But last time Falls, what he did, he ran to the sidelines. Maybe this time he'll run up the middle.
And we'll see when we come back. Right now it's 10-0 Vela in front, and we'll be right back.
The Seams Back to School sale is your perfect way to win. 6 weeks of perfect attendance earn students a chance to win a new car from Seams. And any student gets $500 off MSRP at Seams McAllen Ford, or always online at SeamsMcAllenFord.com. Drive local, drive Seams.
And we're back here on a football night at McAllen ISD. Won't have any games next week, but we will have the McAllen Kids Marathon kickoff celebration, which kids ages 4 to 14, basically pre-K to 8th grade, run the first mile of a 26-mile marathon. It's going to be, I think, the 12th annual event. And that'll be Friday next week here at the stadium. If you have a child that age, you can bring them out. But here we go on 4th and 7. Ruiz with time. Going to throw this toward the end zone, and it's incomplete. Intended for Falls.
Good job, Mark.
Yep.
And
incomplete. It'll be Bulldogs football.
I was talking about the last time he ran a pattern that went to the side line, and he was open, and I felt like this time they would try a post pattern, and they did. But I said it was a no-brainer to go to George Falls because of his success. But the Bulldogs actually had 2 defenders on him right there.
Yeah, they had Mercado was one of them. I believe the other one was Schwartz, Elijah Schwartz.
Okay, Bulldog offense, it's time.
49 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Bulldogs hand this off. That's Morley across the 30 in a gain of about 3.
And you'll take it the way the night's been going, that there was some 3, almost 4 yards gain on that. And that wasn't happening on first downs. And lots of coaches will tell you, Mark, who wins that first down. And if an offense can get like 4 yards, you can consider that a victory.
Last play of the 3rd quarter. Woltoff wants to throw, 4-man rush, steps up, and is going to be brought down at the 30-yard line, a loss of a yard. And that'll bring us to the end of the quarter.
Aiden Cantu on the tackle.
And so at the end of 3 quarters, the score is still 10-0 in favor of Vela. So we take another look at that last play. A good tackle by Aiden Cantu. And after 3 quarters in the books, SaberCats in the lead, 10-0. Bulldogs with the football when we start the 4th. We'll be right back. McAllen ISD is a state A-rated district for the 2025-26 school year. Not only that, but each high school also earned an A. 17 schools in all across McAllen ISD. McAllen ISD, we are all in. And we're back here on football night at McAllen ISD. Mark May, Mario Reyna, and our award-winning MITV broadcast crew. Here's a 3rd down and 8 for the Bulldogs as we start the 4th quarter. Woltoff back to throw. Now running, trying to turn that corner, and does, but not able to pick up enough for the first down.
And that's the difference between Edinburg Vela SaberCats, who are usually in the playoffs, and some of the teams that the Bulldogs have played so far. Those teams were not able to make this place, but the SaberCat defense are, because they have a lot of good athletes on the field.
There we see Oliver Schwartz ready to punt. And there's Hoover standing back at his own 30-yard line. This is kicked away from Hoover. And it's going to go out of bounds. I think a Bulldog may have touched it at some point, but at the moment they have it spotted at the Vela 30-yard line. 11:44 to go here in the 4th quarter.
And now maybe now in the 4th quarter, Mark, this is where the endurance starts to come into the game. Bulldog defense has been out there a lot, but they've shown a lot of confidence. No defensive coordinator Frank Franz has to be very happy so far with the performance of the Mackay Bulldog defense. But can they do it again?
If the Bulldogs can come up with another stop here, still enough time for 2 scores for Mackay. There's handoff by the SaberCats on first down. On the carry, looks like Caballero. And gets it up to the 36. Gain of 6 on the play. Or excuse me, gain of 4. Another short run here by Caballero. and fights his way up to near the 40-yard line. This can bring up third down.
De La Rosa in on the tackle.
Oh, yeah, nice hard hit there by De La Rosa.
33 short yardage. More than likely, SaberCats will run the ball.
SaberCats, two tight end offense, kind of a zone blocking here, and Caballero able to push through the line of scrimmage and has the first down across the 45 up to the 47-yard line. Gain of 7 on the play. That puts the SaberCats over 100 yards rushing for tonight.
Nothing fancy. It's just, hey, we're going to run right up the middle. Our line, our offensive line is better than your defensive line.
There's Owsley on the tackle. And here's Ruiz after play action, letting his man run deep. That's Falls there, and Falls unable to bring it in. So just ahead of his grasp, and it'll be second down.
Excellent defense right there by the Bulldogs. It was solo coverage. Sebastian Ramirez, the senior defensive back. What makes it special is that he's defending against probably an all-valley receiver, George Falls.
Yeah, a lot of talent Falls has. Reminds me of another Edinburg receiver of yesteryear as Ruiz rolls out on 2nd and 10, throws this, tipped in the air and incomplete, almost picked off by the Bulldogs. Sebastian Ramirez had a chance at that. Schwartz was in that neighborhood. And it'll bring up 3rd and 10. But I was thinking of, remember Steve Alanese back in the 1980s.
Great receiver. Went on
He was
to play with Notre Dame.
And played at Notre Dame, won a national title there. And
that's a rare bad throw. And as soon as he released it, I felt there was trouble there because he was off balance. Golden opportunity, 3rd and 10 for the Bulldogs to get another stop.
So on 3rd down, play action. This is tipped and incomplete. Fletcher Frisbee able to anticipate the jump there and knock that one down. And it'll bring up 4th down here for the SaberCats, and their punting unit will come out.
Bulldog defense rises to the occasion again. How many punts is that? Do you have that stat, Mark? I know you like to keep stats.
This will be the 5th punt.
That is pretty darn good. Anytime you can make the SaberCats punt that many times in a game. Speaks well of your defense.
There we see Schwartz standing back about his own 12-yard line now at the 10. That's Gonzalez there to punt. No pressure here. And it's going to be well short of where Schwartz was standing, and the SaberCats will kill this at about the 25-yard line. So decent field position here for the Bulldogs, but time starting to become a factor with 9:42 left in the 4th quarter. Bulldogs still have 2 timeouts, and they'll have the 2-minute timeout.
And we talked, Mark, about our keys to the game, and one of them was make big plays. And the Bulldogs have made big plays, but in the first games that they played, but not tonight. So this is where Cinco, Finn, and McCoy, and Hunter, they got to come up with big plays.
Here's a handoff, Morley. Morley has room, has a tackle broken, and is into the secondary. Knocked down. Ball comes loose. They're going to blow it dead. I think they're going to say he was down by contact, but a big run there by Morley, and a big first down here for the Bulldogs. We'll have to take a look at the replay. They'll spot the ball at the 46 of Vela territory.
Finally, an opportunity for Morley. He gets open, but watch here, Mark. The ground cannot cause a fumble. The ground cannot cause a fumble.
Yeah, and you can see that he was down when the ball came out. Morley after a big 28-yard run there. And here's Woltoff wanting to run it. And he has room at the 30. Gets a downfield block down inside the 25-yard line.
That's
and the Bulldogs moving.
That's exactly what we were talking about, Mark. Remember, we said that it was time to make the big plays for the big guys to come through, and they are. Back-to-back big plays by the Bulldogs.
Yeah, all the way to the 24th, a gain of 22 there.
Can they keep it going? That's a big question.
Yeah, 2 big runs here. It stopped the clock for a moment as it picked up a first. Also, I think he was knocked out of bounds. 5 seconds to snap it. A little tough with time. Now hits the on the flare route here to Morley. And Morley collides hard with one of the defenders and then is knocked out at about the 19-yard line.
You see Morley on that one, Mark? Instead of just going out of bounds, Morley said, no way, here's an opportunity for I don't get this opportunities to be the guy that's initiating the contact. Check it out here at the end of the play. Boom. Both of them. Pretty good players right there. And Morley.
First pass completion in the second half here for the Bulldogs. And another pass over the middle. This is incomplete. Was intended for teammate Alvarez, Joaquin Alvarez. Stops the clock at 8 minutes, 50 seconds. Boy, this has been a hard-fought game by both these teams.
The two defenses showed up tonight, that's for sure.
So a third down now for Mackay. They're 2 for 9 on third down. And here's a whistle.
I think we have a timeout.
I think you're right.
Timeout. Sabercats.
Timeout by the Sabercats. We'll take a timeout with them. Vela 10, Bulldogs nothing. This is football night in McAllen ISD. All right, here's decision time, probably 2-down territory here for Mackay.
Absolutely. This could be the play of the game for the Bulldogs.
3rd down and 6. High snap, and Woltoff has it, being rushed, has to get rid of it, and it's picked off in the end zone. The receiver fell down, and an interception in the end zone by Sergio Briones. 4th intercept of the night for the Sabercat defense.
Unfortunately, it looked like the receiver fell down, Mark. So you can't fault Woltoff on that.
To be Vela football at the 20-yard line, so we take another look at it. Yeah, receiver fell down just as the ball was in the air.
And guess what? It wasn't Caden Hoover with the interception.
And there's a intended receiver, looks like it was Henderson.
That's a big play, Mark, because imagine if it would have been executed for a touchdown, we'd have a 10-7 ball game.
And here's, with 8:41 left, a handoff to Caballero. He surges across the 20 to about the 24. All Vela wants to do right now is get the clock moving.
That's the way it is in football, Mark, because remember 10-0, there was a play where the Bulldogs in the first half stopped the Sabercats, but they had a penalty for 5 yards, and they gave new life to the Sabercats, and they were able to score 7 points. So you take that away, it'd be 3-0. It's just sometimes the luck is not on your side.
Handoff, Gabietto. And crosses the 25 up to about the 26-yard line, a gain of 2. And it'll bring up a crucial third down now. SaberCats are 4 for 13 on third down.
There's still time for the Bulldogs if they can get themselves stopped here, but we got another
Personal
flag.
foul, face mask, defense, number
that won't
50.
hurt.
15-yard penalty from the end of the run, automatic first down.
Those hurt. Especially when you were getting ready to make a stop and with about 8 minutes to go. Even if the SaberCats don't get a first down, they'll punt it away, and it's going to be a long field for the Bulldogs.
Another look at the replay. And apparently the personal foul was right after the end of the play. Don't really see anything there. But it'll be a first down at the 41-yard line here for the SaberCats. They'll hand this off. They keep it on the ground as Caballero surges up to the 44-yard line. And brings second down and 6 or 7, depending on the spot.
One of the reasons you run up the middle, Mark, is because you know you have a good center, you got a good left guard, right guard. You feel you have the edge there. They were able to get at least 3 yards. Now you can see that the SaberCats are taking their time. Less than 7 minutes to go. There's still time, but they need the ball back. The Bulldogs do.
So second down and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Caballero still fighting on second effort. He's able to get close to the first down. Bring up third down at about 2.
Caballero's not a very, very big running back. But boy, he runs big.
Yeah, he's
quick.
only 5'8", but
fast.
he weighs 180 pounds. So he's solid.
He is solid.
6-yard pickup there to be 3rd and 1.
More than likely, the SaberCats will get a first down here, and then the Bulldogs are going to have less than 6 minutes.
SaberCats 4 for 14 on third down. Here's a double wing formation. I give it. This is Cortinas this time, and Cortinas has the first down. Crosses the 45 to the 44 in Bulldog territory. Gain of 6. And a new set of downs here for the SaberCats as we're past the halfway point of the fourth quarter.
And when you have depth at running back, when you have 2 to 3 pretty good running backs, that's very helpful, Mark, because you always have a running back with fresh legs.
SaberCats now 5 for 15 on third down. Still at 33% like they were at halftime. 5.5 to go now. Clock definitely a factor as the Bulldogs are down 2 scores. Reese going to hand this off. This looks like Caballero. A short gain. Clock will continue to run. It's actually Cortinas on that carry.
It's a third different back here in the last 4 or 5 plays because they're fresh. 2nd and 6. I don't expect any changes here. I just expect runs up the middle. And with 20 seconds on the time clock, the SaberCats, you can tell they're slowing it down, running the clock down. Less than 5 minutes to go.
Yeah, play clock now at 10 seconds as they break the huddle. Kind of a passing formation here on second down, and now a flag is down.
False start. Offense, number 77. 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Remains second down.
It's a 7th penalty on the SaberCats for 60 yards. Of course, their second penalty of the second half. Now the clock will start up again. We're 4.5 minutes to go. And here they have a broken play, and Ruiz is going to lose yardage. So Ruiz kind of had a little trouble with the snap. And by the time he got control, his running back had already run past him. Had to just eat the ball at the 48-yard line.
Actually, that's a pretty good play. He didn't panic. Didn't lose control of the ball. Didn't rush it.
And they lose 3 yards there. Clock still running, under 4 minutes to go. And a 3rd and 14 now here for the SaberCats. And this is the do or die down here for Mackay. They've got to get a stop here. Now 3rd down, SaberCats keep it on the ground. Big hole here for Caballero, and he's going to be a couple yards short.
What a big run, Mark. When you
Timeout.
That many yards, 14.
Bulldogs.
The Bulldogs call a timeout to stop the clock.
He got about 12 and a half yards to make it 4th and 2. And Coach Alonso for the SaberCats did not want to put the ball up in the air. But
it almost got the first down anyway. That would have been
worked out
fatal for the
pretty good,
Bulldogs.
Right? I'm looking at the scoreboard over there, Mark, and I see TEA A+ ratings. What are those A+ ratings?
That's right. Yeah, it's a promo they're showing on the big scoreboard here for the state accountability, awarded an A to McAllen ISD. And also an A from the Texas Education Agency for financial integrity. It's a measure of how you handle the public's tax dollars.
That's like a good offense and a good defense, right?
Yeah, it is. It is. That's a Super Bowl team right there. 4th and 2 here. And the SaberCats could be rethinking things. Instead of punting the football with a 4th and 2, if they can convert here, they could pretty much put the game away. That
well,
may be
because
what
of the
discussing.
success right up the middle, you don't have to risk running outside. I say they're going for it. They're going to try to pound the rock right up the middle. Can you stop us?
SaberCats are 1 for 3 on 4th down. And here they go. This is the game right here. Bulldogs crowding the line of scrimmage.
Delay game.
SaberCats could be just trying to draw them off.
Number
they
11.
Get a 5-yard penalty.
5-yard penalty from the previous spot remains. 4th down.
And that is what it was. They were trying to draw Mackay off. Mackay didn't bite. And the SaberCats take a delay of game penalty, so they can have more room for their punting crew.
Well, Coach Alonso said, there's no need for us to try to get the first down the way our defense is played. We'll pin them down even further down. So Coach Alonso wasn't like the Detroit Lions coach, man. That guy goes for it all the time on 4th down. What's his name?
Dan Campbell.
Yeah, he's
former Cowboy tight end.
He loves to do that.
I like that too. I wish teams would roll the dice more often. Easy to say when you're not the head coach in charge. Here's the punt. And this is going to be over the middle area. I think it went out for a touchback.
He did trick him, Mark. That was pretty cool.
He's able to draw the
What
coverage
do you
to
call
one
that?
side.
A fake?
A fake...
invent something, Mark. Invent.
Fake catch, basically.
Fake fair catch.
So this will... Oh, actually, the SaberCats did down it.
Well, the
and here we'll
cameraman
have it
wasn't
here.
fake.
SaberCats did down the ball.
Where the ball was.
Oh,
the
it
other
went
side.
out. It went out at the 8. So
Wow,
it didn't
Mark.
really help the Bulldogs any.
Who is that cameraman that
as
didn't
it
get
could
fooled?
have gone out of the end zone for a touchback.
Sammy Juarez was not fooled. There you go, Sammy.
Cameraman. SaberCats able to run off over 5 minutes of clock on that last possession, however. Bulldogs need 2 scores. Here they go. Hunter Morley breaks a tackle, now loses the football, gets his own recovery. That is amazing at the 25-yard line.
Pretty good run by Hunter Morley. Scared everyone with a fumble. He broke 2 tackles right there, and then fumble and landed right on it.
And here's a pass over the middle, and this is caught. This is a slant by Joaquin Alvarez, and that'll move the chains as well.
back-to-back big plays by the Bulldogs. Can they keep it going? Mark, all they got to do is get some points, and then they get the onside kick, and they can make it interesting. Get some points.
17 yards on that pass. And here's Woltoff to throw. Under 3 minutes to go. He's going to keep this, run it across midfield near a first down as he goes out of bounds, stopping the clock at 2:35.
And on that rollout, he did a good job, Woltoff, of directing traffic, making the defenders for the Vela Sabercats think that he was going to pass it, but he decided to run. Good job.
That puts the Bulldogs over 100 yards rushing now as Woltoff back to throw, has time, going to go long. Man is there, and a flag comes in at the end. It was intended for Alvarez. Guarding him closely on the play was Devin Caballero, and a flag came in. This could be a 15-yard pass interference. Officials are going to talk it over.
Pass interference. Defense. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic. First down.
Well, besides the yards that they get, Mark, the clock also stops.
Yeah, you move it up another 15 yards. That pass coverage actually looked pretty good there. There's a pass, a little flanker screen for Finn Henderson.
There it is.
And look at him pop through. And look at this, a touchdown. Mackay Bulldogs with 2:21 to go. Mackay's on the board.
It was a matter of time that Finn Henderson would make a big play, and it came just in time with 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go, Mark. So what's going to make it interesting, this extra point is big. To keep it a 3-point lead. Just a field goal you'll need. And now we got to start thinking, Mark, with 2 minutes and 21 seconds to go, is there enough time to stop the clock if you kick it away, or you got to go for that onside kick?
And here's the extra point try by Cash Gossidas, and that is up and good, and it's now 10-7. Mackay within a field goal of forcing overtime here at DQ Fan Field. Here's another look at the touchdown. Nice block there. And Henderson, using that sprinter speed he has, races to the end zone. 35 yards for pay dirt, and it's 10-7.
What makes Finn Henderson real dangerous, Mark, is that as soon as he catches the ball, how quickly he takes off.
We'll be back right after this.
In South Texas, we know family is everything. That's why at South Texas Health System Clinics, we focus on providing exceptional care for generations of patients. Our family practices offer a wide range of services for every member of your family, from infants to seniors. Our experienced physicians take the time to listen and provide personalized care, ensuring the health and well-being of your family for years to come. At South Texas Health System Clinics, we're dedicated to keeping families healthy and happy. We are here for you every step of the way.
And here's a look at that touchdown once again by Henderson. It's the catch. And see right there at the 25-yard line. And just races past the defenders into the end zone. Making sure he got the 6 points there. And with 2:21 to go.
Look at that, the Sabercats. They're definitely ready for the onside kick, Mark.
Yeah, they've got 9 guys up near midfield.
That's how important that last possession was for the Sabercats. How much time did they take off the clock?
Yeah, over 5 minutes, 5 minutes and 20 seconds.
Yeah.
Coach Bob Bechtold getting the crowd into it. This is the big play right here. This is going to be likely an onside kick.
It has to be.
And here's Costidas. He's going to pop it up. And this will be caught at the 20-yard line and then sliding down to the turf there at about the 28. That's Caballero, Devin Caballero. And they must have had something called to where if they have too many men up, we're going to pop it over them, or if they don't have enough guys up, we'll do onside. And that was Bulldogs optioning off that. They've got 1 timeout to work with. SaberCats will keep it on the ground to force the Bulldogs to use that timeout. But here's the crutch right here is the Bulldogs will be crowding that line of scrimmage, almost daring the SaberCats to put the ball in the air.
Oh, you bet 100% they're going to make 3 runs in a row, Mark.
They're going to dare the SaberCats to throw it. Will the SaberCats bite? And here's a handoff. Gabbietto across the 28 to about the 31. And gain of 3.
Coach Shelby is going to allow the clock to run. With 30 seconds on the play clock, he'll be what at about 2. Oh, yeah.
2 minutes.
I keep forgetting that 2
Timeout.
Timeout.
Yeah, the 2-minute timeout is here.
New rule.
And that'll be 2nd down and 7 for the SaberCats. 10-7 our score. We'll be right back.
McAllen ISD has 2 major awards to start the new year. We have the state A rating for our academic achievement and the state's highest mark for financial accountability. It's student success while managing the public dollar with expertise. McAllen ISD, we are all in.
There's the Mackay cheerleaders keeping the spirits up. SaberCats by 3 right now. With 2 minutes to go in the game, Bulldogs still have 1 timeout left that they can use on the next down. Undoubtedly, the SaberCats will keep it on the ground. SaberCats with 2 tight ends out there. They hand this off once again. Caballero using both hands to protect the football. And I think the Bulldogs use their last timeout.
They certainly do.
Bulldogs. That's the Bulldogs' 3rd and final timeout of the half.
Only a yard
to
picked
stop,
up.
Mark, and then they run the clock down. They'll still have about a minute. Because I had forgotten about the 2-minute timeout. That's probably why they didn't have the onside kick. Coach Shelby thinking, I actually had 2 timeouts, and if I get a stop, he was probably already thinking that he would have maybe close to a minute.
Yeah,
the other thing,
go
Mark,
ahead.
the other thing to think about, because these 2 teams might make it to the playoffs. I mean, 3 points if you don't win, that's not too many points in how it starts to point differential.
If you end up in a tiebreaker, yeah, that's true. And with 1:50 seconds, SaberCats will undoubtedly run the football, assuming they do not pick up the first down. The clock will run all the way down to about 1:05. We see the next games coming up. Of course, neither team plays next week. They'll be playing 2 weeks from now. Mackay's going to be taking on the Memorial Mustangs, and Edinburg Vela will be taking on the Juarez Lincoln Huskies. But right now, both of these teams still with a chance to earn the victory here. 3rd down. I'll hand this off. Gabbietto hit, breaks a tackle, and falls across the 45 to the 47. He's going to be about a yard short of the first down. Let's see where they spot this. It is going to be short by less than a yard.
I don't think they'll go for it, Mark, but maybe they'll try to act like they're going for it. See if they can get the Bulldog defenders to bite and get a penalty on them.
Yeah, they might try that. Well, it looks like they're bringing in the punting unit now. And you might even take a timeout here in a moment. There's only 5 seconds left for them to snap it. Now 1 second, and I think they got a timeout.
Yeah. Avoid the 5-yard penalty.
Timeout. SaberCats. That's the SaberCats' 3rd and final timeout of the
Both
half.
teams now out of timeouts. 1:03 to go. And it looks like the SaberCats will be punting. That usually takes about 10 seconds. That should leave the Bulldogs with about 50 to 53 seconds to work with. No timeouts for them, but they only need a field goal. They don't need a touchdown necessarily. And we did see Cáceres attempt a 50-yard field goal earlier in the game. It was blocked. And maybe we'll get a chance to see some more heroics from Cáceres.
Here's a big deal also on this. Where are the Bulldogs going to get possession? If they can get the ball.
Usually it's about an average of about 40 yards on a kick. That could be around the 25-yard line.
It'd be better for the Bulldogs if they could take possession around the 35-yard line. You know, now that Finn got open and he got a touchdown, Cinco's been kind of quiet. You never know. There's a chance.
They might be planning a return no matter where the ball is kicked here. Hoping for the big play. This is going to be fielded at 30, and they are going to return it. But brought down immediately for no gain there is Greg Cedillo.
And this is all Coach Shelby probably asked for, Mark, because his offense has struggled all night. But they still have an opportunity with 54 seconds to go to try to make something happen.
And there we see the schedule for the Bulldogs off next week. Memorial Mustangs will have that game for you here on October 10th. And then the Bulldogs have La Jolla Palmview also here. Then they go on the road at Rio. And then the day before Halloween, they'll host the Mission Eagles here. And on November 7th, they will be here at this stadium taking on the Road Warriors. So only one game away from home after tonight for the Bulldogs. And here we are, 1st and 10. And here's a flanker screen set up here. Not able to get out of bounds, however. And stopped at the 34. That's Finn Henderson.
And that's what you want to do. Finn is a playmaker that can break it for you. Give him an opportunity.
Yeah, hurry up offense. Got 6 yards on that play. Here's another throw toward the sideline. This is caught, but he runs in bounds, fumbles the football, and the SaberCats may have it. The receiver caught the ball, ran away from the sideline, which would have stopped the clock, cut inside. The ball was knocked away. It's the 5th turnover for Mackay tonight, and that's one they won't be able to recover from.
That's going to be tough.
That's a tough one. And the SaberCats starting to breathe some sighs of relief here with 27 seconds left. And a hard-fought game, as hard as you'll ever see, by two really good teams, two 5A powerhouses.
You saw the kids were shaking hands already, Mark. That's good sportsmanship.
And you can see Ruiz takes a knee there. They took a little bit of time, and they won't need to snap it again.
And Mark, I'd like to compliment the officials for this game, led by Eddie Ramos. But they saw that it was getting a little chippy. They threw a couple of flags, and they look at that. The two kids hugging each other, number 77 and shorts. That's what it's all about. Congratulations to both teams.
Yeah, that'll do it. There's the horn. And our final is 10-7 in favor of the SaberCats, who win their 3rd straight to improve to 4-1 overall. They're 2-0 in district play. And they will be off next week and take on the Juarez Lincoln Huskies in 2 weeks. Mackay, meanwhile, sees their 3-game win streak come to a close. And they will be off next week, taking on the Memorial Mustangs 2 weeks from tonight. So hope you enjoyed it. Defensive struggle there, but Mackay with some heroics late in the game made it exciting for the finish. 10-7 our score. SaberCats win it here tonight at DQ Fan Field. Hope you enjoyed it. For Mario Reyna, I'm Mark May, the rest of our award-winning MITV broadcast crew saying so long from DQ Fan Field. Final score, Cats 10, Dogs 7. Good night.